Hello, 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 and my
Hello, how
my
are
camera is
you?
misbehaving. What is up with that?
Just
Of
moving and moving and moving.
course.
I finally feel like I may be from up under the retrograde chaos. Even that post shadow was still getting on my nerves. But tomorrow is the 111 portal and the new moon. That can't be better. You can't get any better than that.
I'll take whatever and get any kind of good energy is always a good thing.
Exactly.
How's your week so far, Angie? Anything good, exciting, or
No, it's
same
been
old, same old?
pretty slow. Everybody's getting back to work, so it's been still slow. People aren't really responding. They're catching up on all the emails because a lot of people left like the last week of December and then come back to the second week of January. So they probably have hundreds of emails, and I'm just waiting because I can't do anything without you responding to my emails. So it's been pretty slow for work. I haven't been getting out much because it's so cold, and that's about it. Just slow.
It
You just
is
want to
indeed.
hibernate and sit in the house and eat soups.
Yeah, it is indeed cold. It's like holy moly. We're not used to it quite this cold. At least I guess maybe we are, but I'm
Did
just
it
not. I'm
really
not used
snow
to it.
there, Don, this weekend? Or
Say
the
what?
last did it really snow in Scottsdale this last past weekend?
I was told it did. Yes, and I'm like,
Oh,
what?
I was like, what?
AZ Cactus Doctor, who is here with us, said it did. So hello, AZ Cactus Doctor. Hello,
Mm-mm.
Victor at Creating Balance. Hello, hello, Terry T. Terry T said it's cold. It's cold everywhere. I don't know where it's warm. Even Florida is cold right now. So, and you know what I just noticed? I look at my cup. I have a crack. See it? It chipped.
Oh, you do.
I don't know what happened. I don't usually use it, but I guess it's been used and somebody, or I don't know. I'm kind of bummed. So, hey, another reason to buy another mug.
I was just gonna say it served its purpose. You know how when your bracelet falls off, that means it's done everything it needed to do. It's time for another
Exactly.
one. It's done everything it needed to do.
Exactly. Maybe I'll be buying.
Victor,
Say again.
Victor's on here. He said late night, Angie and Don.
Shifts are here. You mean like energy shifts or
Oh,
something like
energy shifts. I'm like, huh?
that? I'm guessing that's what it means. Yeah.
Everybody's been saying that energy shift, energy shift, energy. I'm just like, yeah. I hope it shifts me into something a lot more upbeat. So
Exactly.
we'll
Hey,
see.
Pam Franks, nice to see you in here.
Oh, hey, Pammy Pam.
When
Hey,
I
Miss
tell when I call
Judy.
her Pam Kraus, she's like, "Yeah, I can tell how long you've been a friend." It's like that's that long. Yes, yes, yes. I found that she found a great picture of us way back in Houston in '97 at our housewarming party before
Oh,
we rehabbed our first
wow.
house, and it was her, she, and Grace, and I can't remember the other girl's name offhand, and then Ed and myself in the picture way back in '97. And Pam looks not much different than she did then. She looks good. Pam looks as good now as she did then. So, and Pam at the party, man, she was looking really good. I'm like, damn. Yes,
Yeah.
and with her cowboy boots. Oh, Lynn, that's right, Lynn. Yep. But also, it was one more. It was the other girl. I can't remember her name. It was she lived over in Rice Village. But anyway, cannot recall her. Kelly, was it Kelly? Um, but yeah, Pam looked great at our party. I'm like, holy crap. She was out to find a man. She's going to get a man. Hey, I was told that a friend of mine told me today that we needed to get a lip reader for our next fair. And I thought, you're right. Because she said at the party, that was like a killer thing. And I thought, you are right.
Oh,
That was really
yeah.
fun. Kelly and Grace. That's who it was. Yep.
Oh, yeah. You know what? People probably would enjoy that.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I enjoyed that myself.
I like the palm reader because I sat in on his presentation, and most people liked his reading and his interpretation that they were giving. But he was
Kill
good.
Car, kill Car. I think his name was. I didn't have a chance to sit down with him. I really wanted to. He's a character. Oh my gosh, he's such a character. So hopefully next time I'll be able to do that because I was looking forward to that. And he gets really intricate too. He gets really deep into that. So that's kind of cool.
His
Oh,
presentation was pretty good. Well, He started doing the demonstrations and asking us to show our palms, and
Uh
it
huh.
was it was really good. People
Yeah.
were
But every night, at the end of the night, he was the last one out because putting all that stuff, and he's just, he's, yeah,
a
he
talker.
takes his time. So we're like, okay, okay, we got to go, we got
Is he
to
from
go.
here? Is he from
Um,
Arizona?
I'm not sure. I was thinking he wasn't, but then again, he had family with him, so maybe he was. I'm not sure. I was
Okay.
thinking he's actually from another state.
Because I
We,
asked who was the person that came in from another state, and Miss Susan thought I she thought it might have been him from California.
We had two people from California, two ladies from California. We had two people from Minnesota. We had one. We had one that was, hey, thanks, Brittany, for the reaction to the like for the videos. That's great, thanks. And anybody else there's like, share, subscribe, and follow, please. I appreciate it. But yeah, we had two from Minnesota, Sky Chen and Astria. I think it was Astaria. And then let's see. I thought one was from Canada even, but I'm trying to recall. Anyway, yeah, we had them from a wide number of places, so they weren't all just local. That was kind of cool. What we're talking about, folks, by the way, is I did look for Julie's live stream on YouTube. Yeah, she live streamed it as well. Yeah, we what we're talking about is we had a psychic fair here this past weekend that Julie and Susan and I threw, and Angie was one of our speakers and presenters, as well as she was the interviewer on duty. She went around and interviewed different folks, which is kind of cool, and I
It
love
was
those
fun
interviews.
knowing about finding all that stuff about them and how they got their inspiration.
Yeah, I want to take those. If you're okay with it, I want to take those and actually put them on our website so people can actually see them because I think those interviews were wonderful. So Angie was the lady on the street. She was walking around and just like burm, burm, burm.
Exactly.
She's like, look at this, look at this, look at this, and it was
It
kind of
was
cool.
fun.
It was like being there. You actually you showed people what it was like to actually be there, which I thought was very
Yeah.
cool. So
And
great perspective.
to see some of the unique stuff, a lot of some of the, and they really enjoyed telling about what they had, getting that spotlight. Each one of them, you could tell it felt special to them,
Hmm.
knowing that people could see and they could talk about what it was or demonstrate. It was really nice.
Yeah, one of the
My
ladies.
plant that I got. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
The plant that I got from the two guys that had
Mhm.
the rich minerals, they were really it's it was kind of laying down. Now it's the leaves are kind of perking up, so hopefully it's doing what it needed to do.
Well,
And
it's
then right
interesting.
after that, it's funny, I saw this guy say everybody should have a living plant in their house. I was like, I got one. Now let's see how long it lives.
Exactly. Living isn't the problem. Keeping it alive is a problem for me. So Ed keeps everything alive. I don't know. I'm a killer. I'm a plant killer. I know that the one couple, they had these stones and they had so much energy, and so when people touched them, the energy came from those stones and did amazing things. And so she was talking to me, and that was Asa and Dakota Natural Rarities is the
Yes,
name of the shop. Yeah.
yes.
Anyway, so there was this one couple who had these stones, and they were like healing stones, and they were on the other side, the Sorensen or Orga Sorensen or something like that. And when you held those stones, the energy you felt was overwhelming. And one of the ladies, she
Oh,
got nauseous when she was holding them, and she had to get rid of them because she was like, oh, she had to give them back because she's like, oh my goodness, this is too much, because she had some serious healing to do, and the stones were working, and it really made her nauseous, and so
oh
she
my
was blown
God.
away that the stones would have that much effect.
Someone told me once that um because I used to be like, why can't it just all happen? If you go upgrade me, just upgrade me. And they were like, your body couldn't take it all at once. That's why they do it in stages. And I used to be like, listen, just do it all at once and get it over and done with. Just break a
Not,
leg, break both of them. Just get them done at the same time, so I don't have to worry about it. And they was like, no, you can take it all. I believe it.
yeah, knock me out for a few days if you have to, and then just be done with it, so I'm
Look,
good.
I've been at the dentist and he was giving me so much trouble. I was like, look, just take a hammer and hit me upside the head because I can't take no more of this. Cannot stand the dentist, so I do understand that.
When I was younger, I used to tell them knock me out to do most dental procedures because I was so nervous. I was always just like, I've gotten better, but it's like because of the gray hair. I think I don't know, time and patience and whatever. But
I
man,
said, you
still,
don't have any more teeth to work on. All you got to do is clean them. If you got to change anything, if you got to fill any more of them, listen, you just give me a new set. At this point, you done did everything you can do to every tooth in the mouth.
I hear you. I hear you.
So
Well, with that
hopefully,
said, let's give somebody a reading. Who are you drawn
okay.
to this evening, Miss Angie? Welcome in, Bonnie. By the way, I just saw you popping in there.
Terry T said his plant died after one day of being in the room. Terry T, Terry T, Terry T.
What
He
did you
had to
do, Terry
absorb a
T?
lot of energy.
Let's do Rebecca Tasker.
Okay,
For
I've
some
never heard
reason,
of
I
her.
am drawn to Rebecca Tasker. I was just thinking she's in a cold part of the country, but the whole damn country is cold, so it doesn't matter at this point. But I am getting a feeling this is like northeast. Rebecca, are you from the northeast? Are you still here? Are we reading to somebody, or did you leave us? Hey, Kelly Dix, nice to see you in. Hey, Angela Applegate, nice to see you in as well. Angela, are you still in? Was it Atlanta or in Georgia or something like that? I thought you were someplace else. I don't think you're here. I'm also a plant killer like Don. Yes, exactly. I work at the bakery. Oh, you work. Oh, okay. Well, damn, that really ends. So, Rebecca, don't. Are you the one I think I owe a reading to?
Angela, what? How could you dare go to Ohio? That is Michigan's rival.
Yes. Okay, Rebecca. I am sorry. We could not. That's why I was drawn to because we've been trying. It's been crazy, and I apologize because I told Rebecca I would give her a reading because the other day we weren't able to do that. So hey, this is the perfect time. Now you get two for the price of one, Rebecca. This is even better. Nice. Do 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 do. Angela says she has lots of family in Michigan.
Ah, that's where you should have went to Michigan.
Hmm.
And we just won.
Hey, Cassandra Lewis, nice to see you in. Not to confuse, that's not. Remember we were talking about that she could be family, but she wasn't because of the name. This is it. Haven't seen you in a while, Cassandra. Nice to see you in. Rebecca says she's
Um,
ready.
for Rebecca, when I asked what's for her highest and greatest good, I heard Rebecca should move on. And then I kept pressing, kept shuffling the cards, and I got the Fool's Journey. So it's like you're starting off something new, and that goes along with what I had. If you should, what I heard, you should move on. So you're moving on to something new. It seems to be something unknown that you don't know about, but you seem a little bit excited to move in that direction, but a little fearful at the same time because they're showing me the Four of Swords, which would be your fears and anxiety of what the move forward should be. They're showing me success, like you're walking off a cliff, which is how it seems like she's about to do, walk off the cliff in this card. But they show me little clouds or little hands of the high of your higher power, um, being your step. Like each time you take a step, they're the footing up under you to keep you focused and to keep you moving forward. So whatever this endeavor is that you're wanting to start, they're saying go ahead. They are making me notice that it's a slow journey because they're showing me turtles, so that means it's a slow journey. So take your time with this. There's no rushing. There's to move forward. E- Um, each step is a progression or building to the next level. So be okay with it moving slow for a little while until you get your footing. Is how they're showing it to me because there's a little balance. There's a Two of Swords, and there seems to be a balance issue and just balancing your thoughts, making the right decisions. And if you're slow and steady with your movement forward, then everything should work out, and you should be supported by your higher power. Whereas if you run or jump a little bit, you'll still support it, but it'll be a little bit more shaky than it has to be. So allow your growth to be gradual versus trying to zoom into it and maybe not be ready for some of the things that could happen or some of the issues that could come up. But it's looking positive because I'm hearing the word Project Gadget, and that's a new something that we've been talking about at work. So I'm thinking that it's a good thing for you to go ahead and move forward. Then I got the Six of Wands, which is a victory. So if you've had the conflict and the chaos from the five, Now you're into the 6, which is that victory, which is a bird in the hand. That's you getting, that victory, getting that success. So go ahead and move forward on that endeavor. So that's what I got for you, Rebecca or Rachel. It is Rebecca. Yeah, Rebecca.
Hey, Shauna Sellers, nice to see you in. Loving the sweater. Yeah, I needed this sweater today. I don't know why. Maybe because it's chilly.
Cassandra is in Michigan. I thought so. She is in Michigan too, but not. She could be a cousin. Who knows?
You never know.
Angel Lovett. I haven't seen that name in a while. Hi. Hey, Shauna. And Unique Beauty, did you move from Michigan to Texas or have you always been in Texas? There was two names, and you might be the one that's already there. If you are already in Texas, are you the one with the husband and you guys have the restaurant? That's all I got for Miss Rebecca.
Rebecca, I'm getting a transition from a rough time you've been going through, which is this is in Ten of Swords. So a good part is you're bringing that to a close. I like that. What you do from this point forward is up to you. You have to be the queen. You're the queen here. Now you have to take control and figure out how you're moving forward. And then once, of course, as you move forward, you're the magician. You're the alchemist. And okay, so it's up to you. If you want, you cannot leave this in fate's hand. You cannot leave this in anyone else's hands. You have got to take control on how you navigate. Now you're coming through the rough waters. The rough waters are over. You're through a rough time. Now, do you have, who are the little ones? Are they yours or are they grandchildren? I see two little kids. Are they yours or are they grandchildren? I'm not exactly sure how they connect. I see a girl and a boy. The girl is older, the boy is younger. But I'm not, are they, I'm not understanding whether they are kids or grandchildren. I know you're very connected. It's like a motherly energy, but I'm feeling like there's something else there. Grandchildren, okay, but you do a lot with them, right? I mean, because I'm getting the feeling like you're very much involved, very, very much involved, and that's a good thing. Stay involved. Definitely stay involved. You're a balancing kind of energy for them. Yes, yes. Are you helping to raise them? Do you babysit them? I mean, is it to that point, or did they just spend a lot of time with you? And then, yeah, they're very bonded to you. They're very bonded to you. They spend a lot of time with me. Okay. And what's the girl's name starts with a B, I'm told. And she's the older one. But there's some reason they're bringing me to her for you. And I'm trying to understand what that is. Let me go back to my reading and see if it helps to flesh it out. Again, 10 of Wands. Yeah, again, this stress is over. I love that the stress has been kicking your butt. But then there's the Palace of Wands. Okay, so again, the Palace of Wands is again saying Brooklyn. Okay, 6. Clayton is one. Clayton's the boy. Brooklyn's the girl. Okay, I'm almost certain that's the way it is in my head at least. Yeah, again, you've come through the more difficult times. Things are going to be smoothing out, and again, your home life is going to get smoother, to say the least, as what I'm seeing here. But again, keep putting forth positive energy. Keep putting forth, keep doing things for people. Again, especially for your grandkids, because it's going to pay off in a long time and in a long way. Okay. So, so again, this has been this will be a good year for you. This is much strong, this is going to be a much better year for you than last. And, well, look at this. I love this. The tree of life, and that's the relationship with the kids. I mean, the grandkids, the tree of life, it is that understanding, that these kids, making sure these kids know where they came from and know, how they're connected, with each other, with family, and so forth. I love it. I love it. And I feel that Brooke is a hugger, by the way, and that's a wonderful thing. She is. I just keep getting a lot of hugs, feelings from her in the hug kind of way. Um, uh, now, is it? Yeah, interesting. Yeah, as every card I'm seeing here is just kind of, again, a very much of a play connected to what we were saying, and that is the transition. So know that you're moving forward. Know that there are some changes coming. Be very comfortable with change. Okay. Make sure that you are ready for change as things happen. Go with the flow. And this is definitely where this energy is, because it's the water energy. Go with the flow, and make sure that as the things change this year, that you embrace the change and that you make the best of it. Okay. Again, don't be so cemented that nothing can change. Make sure that anything that changes is fine, and just figure out a way to make it work for you. Okay. I do see a change, definitely a change in environment for the kids, your grandkids. So I don't know if there's going to be a move coming along this year with the parents, or what's up. Is it a son? Is it that you're the mother to the father? So is their father your son? Is that the relationship? Do. Hey, Christina, nice to see you in. Yeah, Angels, Bonnie. Yes, this deck is. I love this deck. It is such a cool deck. Yes, your son. Okay, good. Um, yeah. He's yeah. Don't be surprised, and yeah, I just don't be surprised if there's a change in his location. He may move this year, but I don't think it's going to be so far away. But there'll be a change, a little bit of an upheaval, and so be prepared for that. But in a good way, not in a bad way, in a definitely good way. Okay. So with that said, that's about all I got for you. Again, this is going to be a much better year than last. Keep smiling, keep working the year. This is going to be great. Next, Angie, who you got?
I kept seeing when I read Unique Beauty's name, I remember that they had the restaurant business, and they keep showing me a prepackaged item. Like Unique Beauty, is there some kind of item that you guys sell, some kind of hot sauce or barbecue sauce or some kind of product that you are bottling and selling that's five different flavors or five different somethings in a package? They're saying that's where you need to concentrate at. I'm feeling like the business, it just wasn't enough manpower, like you didn't have enough people to help you run it to be as successful as you want to. I'm getting that you should not feel bad about how the business went. It just wasn't enough manpower, I feel like, behind the scenes to help keep it afloat in the way that you guys want it to be, because I feel like you're very particular about your customer service. But they're saying that's the way it should go. And then they're showing me like you in a factory. I remember being in high school and I had a friend, and her family ran this company called Bivens Barbecue. And so that's the way that they're showing it to me, like you owning some kind of this distillery or dispensary or something like that, and you're making your own product, and it's prepackaged and you sell it, and then you do pop-up shops where you cook and showcase your sauce or your thing or your business or something like that. So that's what they're saying. You need to concentrate on okay, it's seasoning, the seasoning, or this feels like a sauce because it feels like a pour, but it could be seasoning too, or maybe that's the next step you need to go into. But that's where they're telling me to tell you to concentrate on the prepackaged item and selling that and getting that out there. And then I see you in your own, like I said, factory or facility that makes and distributes and packages the orders to be sent out. So that's where you're going kind of offline from the restaurant part of it, but you still will get back into cooking in some way. I think it'll just be on a smaller scale, and it'll be a little less, like the menu may have been a little bit ambitious too. So you may have to scale the menu back or do smaller portions or something. I feel like you were very generous in what you were giving out. And that was a little bit detrimental too. So the business will come back. It's just that right now, concentrate on that prepackaged where people you could just mail things out to people. So that's what I got for Unique Beauty.
Let's see what I pick up for Unique Beauty.
And I'm sorry to hear about your mom. She said her mom passed on Sunday.
Also, sorry to hear that too. My condolences. Hey, Julie, nice to see you in.
Hey, Julie. But I do feel like her mom was cheering her on. And did your mom have some throat issues or some issues communicating before she passed? Because I get a scratchy, itchy throat, but I also get someone trying to talk and not be able to tell you to talk, but giving you adoration um, in the background and wanting you to know that she's still back there in your corner supporting you and hoping that things work out well for you. She said, "Never forget, I'm always your biggest cheerleader."
It's interesting. I'm getting the one thing I'm getting most for for you is the I get the feeling like you need a mentor. This is the energy that there's a few cards out here, but this is the card that really is calling to me. I think you need to find yourself a mentor. You need to find somebody who is um, who is there in the trenches, understands what it is you're doing and how you're doing it, and is willing to share with you to help you find some of the ways in which you can. Um, get rid of redundancies and that you can be more efficient in the process of what you're doing. Um, because I do find that you're working very hard, but you don't seem to be moving forward. You don't seem to be really accomplishing all that you need to do. And again, that's an efficiency question. That's am I using my time efficiently? Am I using it to the proper amount? Also, the one thing about that too is that it's the question is time versus money. And so you're making the wrong judgment call, generally speaking. And I'm not trying to complain to you, but again, it's more of a understanding that there's a value to your time, of value to your time. So there are certain things that you even though you may think, oh, I can do it myself. That doing it yourself has an economic. If you're doing it yourself, at what cost is that to your other mission or your other things that you can do? And that's where I think the mentor will help you. You know, the somebody they can say, you know what, this is one function that you don't need to worry about because you're gonna have to learn the function and then perfect the function and then do the function. Let somebody else do this while you do what you do best. And so I think that's important. And again, when you and it's going to take some strength in your part to believe, to understand, and to appreciate that, to really wrap that up and say, you know, this is a good way, because again, we're so set in the fact that we only have a certain amount of dollars and whatever else. But I'm telling you, time is money, and so if you convert that time, your time that you're wasting on certain things, and give that to somebody else to handle, and then you handle the things you need to do, you will generate the revenue that will cover that. Again, the money is brought in based on the things that you do and how you can do it. One of the other things that you need to do, in my opinion, is you need to make sure that you are a face of that business, that you have to be the person. You have to be, when people are asking questions, when people are wondering what's in the sauces, what's in whatever, how it's made, who it is, your face, your name, your energy is what is your best marketing tool, your best selling tool. And so you need to make sure that you are readily available so people can absorb that energy. When they feel your energy, they will buy into your mission. And that's, again, part of the conversation that the mentor is going to tell you, is that you are your business. And if you are infectious, if you are on a high, if you are smiling, you're beaming, people are going to be drawn to you and to your business. And they're going to buy into whatever it is you're trying to help them to understand. So know that when you walk into your business every day, you should be putting that smile on. That smile should be there, and that smile should be there, and a genuine smile, not the I hate this smile, but a genuine smile, and a genuine kind of feel for what it is that, and then with that comes a deep knowledge. And I think, again, you have the deep knowledge, but you have to learn how to express it and make sure that it radiates when you talk about it. That when, as soon as you talk about it, you light up and they're like, damn, this woman really knows this. She loves this. And I want to support that. That's what people want to support. They want to support the people who love their missions. And so they will. It's like, it's like, even if you have a shop, right? And say it's a metaphysical shop and you have $50, $100, $200, $300 pieces. People come in and they want to support you because you're talking, oh, I love this, and this is what this does, and how wonderful this is. And they're like, I don't have $50. But you put in some $1, $3, or $5 items. They'll buy something before they leave if they can afford it. And that's why the 1, 3s, and 5s, to say, you know what, I support you. The dollar is speaking for them, saying, I support you. I can't afford that, but I'll do this because I'm trying to help you in your mission. And that's what I'm saying is that you are infectious that way. You have that command and use it to your advantage. Make sure that you are the face, the voice, and the person of that, because that really will make a big difference, in my opinion. But I do believe if you find yourself a mentor, and they're out there, and I think that you'll find them as soon as you start looking, the mentor will help you to find the efficiencies in the system, to help you find out how you can spend the same amount of dollars and get a very different outcome. And that's important. And eventually it'll flow. That's what I got.
I think you had the two of pentacles, and what I got on that balancing too was being able to balance letting go of some of that control. Like you said, she needed a mentor, and I feel like they've kind of gotten a little bit burned in the business where they counted on people in the industry, maybe in the restaurant, and they weren't as passionate about it as they were. And so it's finding that balance between, I know my product and I can speak and I'm the face, to let me get somebody else who can also pull us forward. And so they're having that push pull on both sides. And it's just finding that person. So the one thing you may ask your higher power, or that your prayers may be, or you will set your intentions for tomorrow, is finding someone, a business partner or a mentor, who can help groom you to the next level, help
Yes.
you to shine to the next level, where they're not trying to make a name for themselves in the way that they're taking away your shine. They're helping you to elevate, because that's what they do. They support you from behind. And so it's that balance of finding somebody who fits with what you want to do, who has the same passion for your business that you do, and who will help contribute. I think you had a problem with some of the people not being as passionate or as committed to it, and then it overtaxed you, and then it kind of was that cycle of, you know, giving way too much and not having enough in order to make it thrive the way you want to. But again, if you concentrate on the packaging part, the food restaurant part seems like it'll come back, and you'll have a little bit more experience and understanding of it, based on what you've already been through, a mentor that you're getting, and how you want to move forward. So all of those factors will help you the second time around to be better. So what they are really wanting you to know is, don't be kind of upset about how it ended, or how things, kind of um, may have seemed like they fell apart, but they're going to come back together in a way that is to your expectations or greater. Is how this
And
is
always
looking.
stay true to your brand. Always be true to the brand. If you think about, if somebody says, hey, I got this wonderful idea and it's going to do this and this, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not what our brand is supposed to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. No matter how lucrative it may sound, because no matter where you are in your business cycle, if you start messing with your brand, if you start devaluing your brand, if you start spreading the brand out to be so much, and therefore it doesn't have a focus, then you lose one of the biggest things that you can do. If you notice, I am Sonoran Mystic Tarot. You'll see it right up there, and I post on a lot of things. And the one thing I do is tarot. I do tarot and metaphysical stuff. And under that brand, that's what you see. And I sell different products, but they're all based on the metaphysical and the tarot and so forth. When I post the cards and tell you where to find them, when I talk about Palo Santo, when I talk about sage, we all talk about the pendulums, as Angie uses hers quite often. When we talk, all this is tied to that metaphysical brand. I don't go out and sell you cupcakes. This isn't that doesn't help my brand. And would it work? Who knows? I don't know. It could, because hey, some people might. But the most important thing I'm trying to get across to you is, when opportunities and things are brought to your attention, make sure they stick with your brand like this. Make sure that you brand yourself. Make sure you've had yourself branded, and then stick with that brand. And no matter what, protect that brand, because that brand is important. And as you fluctuate within your business, as long as people identify with that brand, they'll come back and support you,
Oh
because
yeah.
that is important. So make sure that you become synonymous with your brand. Your brand can become synonymous with you. Well, you'll notice a lot of my emails, I'll say the salutation, like, blessings, love, and light, Don Sonoran Mystic Tarot, because in the metaphysical world, in that business area, it's always I am them, I am this, and this is me. So remember to do that. Make sure you protect it like it is everything.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, Don, that gave me so many confirmations. One, Oh, and then the other thing I was going to say to her is be mindful of doing business with people who have nothing to lose, where you have all the liability in the situation because they don't care if you fail or not. Make sure that if you're partnering with somebody, you each have something that you're contributing that you want to see a win on versus you putting all the liability in or you taking all the cost on and they just kind of benefiting from it. And then the other thing was when you said I am Sonoran Mystic Tarot and everything has to do with me and tarot, that I thought about my name A5Says and I said, you know what, I sure like to talk, so A5Says fits me perfectly. And I just picked that out of the air. I didn't really even when Tina pushed me to get my cards, I couldn't think of anything, and I just kind of blurted it out there. And I did that in frustration and conflict with my guides, and it fits me perfect. So even in conflict, I still was right on point with A5 Says just talking too much.
Angie, by the way, I like your backdrop there. I like that. I just was looking at that, the wine cork and the Riesling
Oh,
and the
it's a whole
glass.
picture. It's up a little bit higher, but yeah, it's all wine corks and glasses of wine and bottles of wine.
Somebody you and I know would love that.
Yes, I was out and about and I was like, oh, I like it. And then I thought, well, hey, that's kind of me.
Yes. Yeah, I like that very, very, very much. So it's nice.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So who is hopefully Unique Beauty again, hang in there, stay tight, stay strong, stay firm, and most importantly, stay true to your brand and you will navigate through this. You will navigate through this and you will come out stronger. And then once you come out stronger, you will say, you know what? Never again will I go back there. Never again.
Exactly. Listen, listen, you never hit rock bottom again. Once you start, you go back to experience and then you move forward.
Yep.
So you'll be doing fine. Hello, Miss Linda from South Africa. Not our Miss Linda, but another Miss Linda from South Africa. You're welcome, Unique Beauty. It was good to see you in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And keep us abreast, keep us updated. Let us know how things are going, how things are progressing. Also, you should share with everybody your business and let us know where you are. So if anybody
Oh
out
yeah,
here
I know she's in
is,
Texas, but I'm not sure. I think she's in Houston, Texas, but I can't remember what the
Mhm.
name of the business was, and I think she's put it in there before. But put your link and all that in there so that we can share and people can look you up.
Absolutely,
And
we'll get the word out
one
too.
thing we were talking about, Don, having a website, even if it's just a little bit of something that tells just a little bit about what you do, at least they can see prices, product, and how to contact you, and that's definitely all you need to have. That's the bare minimum you need to have on there, and then a face because people like to see who they're buying from sometimes, or
That's right.
some kind of
That's right.
something that represents you.
Yep. And social media presence never hurts as well. Absolutely. So there you go. There you go. Who is next, Miss Angie?
I don't know.
Do 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 do.
Well, who else asked? Hey, JoJo. She snuck
Hey
in here.
Jojo,
Say hi.
Magic Cupcakes. Woohoo!
Um, well, there's a new name at the top. Let's see. SB, I don't remember that person. Catherine, I do remember her. Or Linda from South Africa. If she wants a reading, not that any of them asked for one.
Linda, are you still here? Are you reading?
Oh, and
And
Angel Lovett is here too.
you say Catherine, somebody?
Catherine
Katrina? Christina? No.
Newkirk.
Catherine. Newkirk.
I
Are
think we've
either of
met
you
her
here?
before. Her name sounds familiar, but I don't know if she's still here either. If not, then Allison Stephanie is here.
I love that husky photograph there. Let's go with her since she's the only one that
Allison
responded.
Lovett.
Catherine, we'll do you next since the other one just popped up.
Allison, immediately when I saw your name pop up in front of me, I heard a phone ringing. So somebody's about to call you. I heard opportunity calling. So there is a phone that is ringing for you to answer, and it's either a job offer, a partnership, or something. Someone's about to call you for an opportunity. I heard that clearly, and the phone is still ringing. So make sure you answer it. It's an old school phone, so it seems to me like a solid. What I heard was a solid investment, a solid opportunity, something that you can count on because it's established and it has a foundation. Because it's an old school phone, the kind that you kind of turn and then you put it up to your ear like that. So um, this is an opportunity that is solid. So you can go ahead and take and move forward with that opportunity. I hear a register or like the click, the sound that something makes when there's money being given to you or received. So I feel like this opportunity is going to create more income or more stable income is the word that they were using. Do you have children? I hear four. There's four something. There's four little littles or four children. So do you have four children? And I feel like a couple of them are boys. If not, they're grandkids because I see little littles around you. When I say little littles, that's like under 10 or in that 13 and under category. Oh, you said new job. Okay, so good. Oh, three. Okay, so I saw the little littles. I heard four, but you're saying three. So I do see a little boy. Oh, two boys and a girl. I saw two boys. Okay, fine. So I saw them. And is there more money needed in order to help take care of the children? Because I feel like it's coming for you, and that's how they're showing. Oh, 21. The boy is 21 or someone's 21. Oh, 21, 13. And yeah. So it seems like the money is necessary to take care of the kids or to help you do some things for the children. And I feel like the money's coming for you. And this opportunity will be within the next couple weeks. I heard week, but give it a little bit longer than that just in case the timing's not off. But it does still feel like it's winter time. It hasn't tipped over into spring yet. So it does seem like winter time. It does seem sooner rather than later because I feel like your back is up against the wall or like your toes are being pinched off because you're running out of backup room. Like you, so that would be putting your back against the wall. Like you've backed up as far as you can go into this corner. And the next step will just be like cutting off, stepping on your toes. And so this is necessary and something that you've been waiting for and calling for. Continue to think positive for tomorrow is the 111 portal. Put out there what you want, how much money you want to make, what it is exactly that you want to do, who you want to partner with, or what kind of partnership you want, or what kind of business it is that you want. Do you want to be remote? Do you want to be at home? Do you want this to be leisurely? Like what it is. And so they're saying put all those things out there because tomorrow and today it'll be the new moon and it'll be time to set your intention. So go ahead and put out there the desires that you want and it'll be granted to you because the phone's already ringing. It's just kind of what is it that you want so that you can be offered those things when the opportunity comes knocking. So that's what I got for you, Miss Allison. Oh, you moved into a new position. But I still feel like there's another one because there's the phone is still ringing, so there's still another opportunity, and it may be a side business or it may be something that'll put you even higher up in the business where you are. But there's another opportunity that's coming that'll be more money, because I feel like you still need a little bit more money to help take care of the kids in the light that you would want to, or in the way that you would necessarily want to, or that would give you a little bit of wiggle room where you can save some money and be prepared for things that'll come up in the future. So that's what I got.
Hmm. Allison. Allison, this isn't this I don't know. I just feel like this isn't going to be the job. I don't think this is. I think this is a job, but it's not the job. So
Oh,
don't be surprised if you decide to use this as a stepping stone or just a stopgap measure. I just don't feel it's going to be rewarding or fulfilling. I just think that yeah. So I'm I'm just getting the feeling like it's a job, a job. That's what I keep hearing, a job, a job, and so it's like it's making an impact to saying, so don't be, make sure you learn as much as you can. Never waste a moment in that experience. Never waste a moment. Learn as much as you can. Grow as much from the information, from the connections. Make sure you're doing networking. Make sure that you are building relationships, because those relationships, that networking, is what's going to propel you into the next one. Um, uh, I was requested and brought to this job. I understand. Oh, well, I'm glad you were. I'm just telling you, it's not going to live up to your expectations, and you are not going to find it to be the job that you had hoped that it would. Your part of the ego is there. It's nice because it's like, look, they wanted me and so forth, and it's always nice to be wanted. It's always nice for them to want that. But again, the question is not just the wanting, but now, is it fulfilling? Does it check a box? Does it do this? Does it do this? And I get the feeling like there's the environment is not going to be what you anticipated. And so again, don't listen to what I'm saying and then go in with that attitude. Go in with a positive attitude, like everything will be great. But know that if it starts kind of getting a little bit sideways, know that that's what it was intended to do. Because again, this isn't the job. This is a job and it's a stepping stone. But this is an opportunity to learn, grow, get experiences, and get networking connections. The next job is something that's going to be more cemented for you, something that really does seem to fit you better. This is, and it may even be another job inside the job you're in. In other words, you may be with employer and then employer, and all of a sudden they're bumping you up because all of a sudden, because you've learned, because you've grown, because you understand the social aspect and the networking aspect, all of a sudden they're like, we can use you at a different position. This is where you need to be. And they move you. Again, that may be possible and that may be what's going to happen to you, but know that you are in control to understand to get as much for you. Be very selfish. Take as much from that job as you can when it comes to learning, growing, knowing, and connecting, because that is what business is all about. And with your next step, that's what it's going to take to get to that next step. Okay.
And
There you go.
sometimes just having a title can give you a boost in salary or give you a boost in other people see it like, oh, now you're a manager or now you're such and such. And so that gives you a boost. And because I clearly heard the phone ringing and her opportunity knocking. So definitely you got this, but it could be the title change that you needed. It could just be putting you in a position that it's just going to springboard you forward. So just because you just got that one, go ahead and be ready for the next one. Clearly,
Yep.
you are qualified for it and you are ready for it and you are deserving of the bump in because it seems to really be tied to taking care of your family and making enough money and then giving you a great work life balance, like getting you out of the chaos and into something a little bit more calmer and something that you enjoy a little bit more.
You want to hear something funny? This is an experience that I had when I was younger, way back, way back. Um, I was working at a government agency, and it was good. I did not need to leave. I actually enjoyed the people I worked with. I enjoyed everything about it. It was all good. But a little money was calling, and I'm like, you know what? I'm hearing about all these other people who I used to work with who left and went and cashed in, right? And I'm like, hey, I support the government, but I don't have to work for them and for bird feed. So when the opportunity arose, I was approached by a company, and they at that time they had the fastest computer in the world. It's called Cray Research. And they approached me and said, we'd like to have you come work with us. And I thought, oh wow, how wonderful. I like that. And again, why not work for the fastest computer in the world? Work with the fastest computer in the world. That's like, wow. And it was a whole different technology. The way it did addressing and extension and speed, it was amazing. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready. So then we put they gave me the letter, and it said, here, this is how it's going to work, and this is how you're going to do this. And we started the process to get me onboarded. And then I was going to have to go to school at Minot, North Dakota, I think it was, for a period of time. And it was, and I'm like, okay, well, I can do that. It's okay. I'm used to this. Cold is fine. And I'm almost said it was North Dakota. It was somewhere in a very cold place. It was Wisconsin. I'm almost certain it was Wisconsin, actually. But anyway, so it was cold as hell. And I said, okay, we'll do this. Well, I had interviewed for another company at the same time as I was interviewing for them. The other company kind of dragged its feet a little bit, but then they come back and they said, we want to hire you. And I'm like, oh, it's too late. I've already got another job. And they're like, what? And I said, yeah, I leave the next week or 2 weeks from now. And I'm going to be training for 6 months on the computer. And then I'm going to come back to NSA, which is where I was working as a contractor. And they're like, what can we do to change your mind? I'm like, I don't know. What can you do to change my mind? So Cray Research, what they did is they doubled my income from NSA. And with this company, and I told him, I said, this is, they really gave me good money. So we're going to have to talk, right? Well, instead, what they did is they said, we're going to double that. And I'm like, hired, we're good. That's, so it's, again, I thought that job was wonderful. And then I got an opportunity. While I had that opportunity, another opportunity came because of all the networking and the connections. And boom, next thing I know, I told him, I said, well, I want to be in Europe. And that's what I want. So I wound up in Europe. They not only gave me more income, but took me to Europe, and they gave me housing allowance and all kinds of obscene money. They were throwing money. I'm like, damn, this is nice. So again, the networking, visibility, all that stuff, it makes a difference. And you never know what's going to come at you. I thought for sure that other opportunity I had kind of died. And it did kind of die, because when I interviewed with the region manager, and I told him, I called the recruiter, and I said, there is no way in hell I would work for that company. No way. And he's like, what happened? I said, it was awful. I did not, I felt like I was being quizzed. I was in, and then it's funny because he said, but I just talked to the region manager. He thought you were great. I'm like, we must have been in a different interview, because I'm telling you, it was not the same interview. And sure enough, he said, look, we want you. They want you. I'm going to talk to them. They want you. What if we put you elsewhere? I'm like, let's go to Europe. And that's how it worked. It was like crazy land. So you just never know. You just never know. That's all I'm saying. And sure enough, I did not go to Cray Research. I went to that company. And 8 years later, I was still with the company when I left to go back to school and
Oh
become a
wow,
lawyer.
that's a nice
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. So you never know. Keep your options open.
And be ready
So,
for opportunity, always knocking. And
oh,
clearly hers is knocking, because I immediately heard the phone, and I saw and I heard the words opportunity knocking. So there's still more things that are coming around for you. I feel like you'll be a little bit more settled in June. And things won't be seeming so much like a whirlwind. They're showing me a tornado right now because things are moving real fast. But by June, you'll be a little bit more settled.
yep. And you know what? The energy, don't worry about their energy. If Allison, no matter what they like about you or don't like about you, the people you work with, don't worry about that. Just be you, be genuine, and just be somebody who shows them that you're committed to the job, that you're willing to learn, you're whatever. That carries a lot of influence, no matter what that does. And so don't worry about what other people feel about you or whatever. The reality is, if you do your job and you do it well, the rest will follow. I promise you.
And if they
Again,
don't sign your check, they really can't do nothing to you.
exactly. Yep, yep. So there you go. Excuse me. Who is next? Oh, Catherine, right? We said
Oh
Catherine.
yeah, is she
You
still
asked, and
here?
then Catherine said she was
She
here.
never did she ever respond?
Catherine did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right
Hey Miss
before we.
Wendy.
Hey, Wendy Yates. Nice to see you. It was good seeing
I
you on
told her
Monday,
that
by
I
the way,
just need
too.
to come to class just to give her a big old hug.
She's a sweetheart. She is really, really a sweetheart.
Erica Walker is also here. She says she's new and may she have a reading, please. She's new. So I like new. Like, share, comment, subscribe, everyone. That really, really helps out.
Oh,
All three.
absolutely.
Like, share, or that's four. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Yes, all four.
There's Cat. Let's do Catherine, and then we'll do the one you just mentioned.
Erica.
I'll find her
Okay.
again.
All right, Miss Cat. Oh, she is here. She says she's here. Okay. I heard all aboard. At first, I thought it was a cruise ship, but then I feel like it's a train. So for me, that's a long journey where you will not be kind of in control. You will be a passenger on there, but it is taking you out. Okay. So they're showing me the train, and it's really fast moving. So I feel like it's going to be a fast journey. You're not driving the vehicle, so it's a journey that you're going on. That you're not in control of, but that you need to be able to concentrate on what's happening on the journey and not so much navigating. So if you were driving, you would be stuck on the driving part of it and how to get there and the safety and the navigation. But since you're a passenger, you get to concentrate on the specifics of what the journey is or what you're supposed to be doing to prepare for the journey. So you're on this journey, it's daytime. It's a little bit dangerous, or it's a little bit out of your comfort zone, because they have you on a train and you're at the edge of a cliff. You're rounding the edge of a cliff, and you're not driving, you're not in control of this situation. So it's making you a little nervous. Are we going to clear this cliff? Are we going to clear this curve? Is everything going to work out? Are we going to get to our destination? And they say, and what you should do is concentrate on the task at hand, or the specifics, that are going on in the journey, and not how you're going to get there. You're being guided. The journey you're being taken on is being driven by like your higher power, or someone who's helping you out. So don't worry about that. Just go along for the ride, and kind of release some of those fears of not being in control of the whole situation, and just concentrate on the task. That's what I keep hearing. Concentrate on the task, or the benefit, or the reason that you're going on the journey, and not so much how you're going to get there on the journey, because all of that is taken care of. It's just making sure you're ready. And they're showing you going around the mulberry bush over and over and over again until you're prepared for the stop. So if you seem like you're going through the same thing over and over and over again, or you're going around in circles, it's because you're not focused on the task, or the journey itself. You're concentrating on how you're going to get there, or being in control of the navigation, and that's why you're not ready for the next stop. And so they're just going to keep taking you around and around until you're ready. So mentally prepare for the journey, and for the task at hand, but not so much navigating on the journey. And so how that's how they're giving it to me. Hey, angels.
Catherine, I'm tending to get a mixed message here for some reason. I don't know why they're telling me mixed message, why they're kind of indicating mixed message. Are you hearing something from somebody, and yet your feelings are telling you that that's not true? I'm thinking somebody's blowing smoke up your butt, and and it's interesting because I don't think it's the frustrating part is I don't think it's a major thing that they're dealing it with. It's a kind of a minor thing, but it's making you wonder, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to a little? It's like, what's the purpose? And so it's weird. I'm not sure. It's like but at the same time, spirits, like, if they do that now to you on this little thing, what they gonna do on a big thing? So learn from what the people when people do little stuff to you, they're talking to you, they're telling you who they are. Make sure you listen, because if you're not careful, then when they do big stuff to you, you're going to say, "Whoa, how did I miss that?" Well, you missed it. You didn't miss it. You knew it. You just didn't want to know it. You just didn't kind of pay attention. You kind of turned your head a little bit and said, "Oh, well, they wouldn't do that to me. They'll do it to them. They won't do it to me." There's somebody. Again, I'm just getting this. There's somebody in your environment that is not the most trustworthy. And I don't know. And again, it's somebody who is doing little stuff right now, but it's going to, unless you call them out, it could get worse. So again, maybe do a little, maybe just pay a little attention. And if you need to, make sure that you send the message that this is not, you want friends who are true, loyal, and whatever. And they don't have to be fake. They don't have to pretend to be something they're not, because I don't get that energy from you at all. That's not what you want from a friend. You want somebody who is true, honest, and loyal. And they can be, the lowliest to the most mightiest. Who knows? But because I don't get, you're not a status person. I don't feel like you're somebody who needs people for status, and you don't need people to justify you. I thought that's interesting too, because I was just told that it's like she doesn't need that. You don't need verification that you have value. You know you have value. So just watch who you're around and watch what they're doing. Make sure that you nip it in the bud now, because I do see it getting to a situation. If you're not careful and you don't fix it now, it could get to, it could be a problem later on. So all I'm saying is
Um,
watch your house.
And while you were saying that, that hermit card came up, so that seems to fit. Like these people that you're pulling back from this energy, and kind of and kind of observing your journey and who you can trust, what you've learned on the journey. So that came up. And then again, what I said at the beginning, the Hierophant came up. So again, that's learning, allowing somebody else to teach you or take you on this journey. In this situation, you are one of the people who are being given these keys at the bottom. You're learning from this person, and so that's the journey that you're on. And then again, this is the travel card, that Two of Wands. This is that, planning for things to come, or for you to go out in the world and make things happen. And so this is that travel, this is that planning. So both of these fit along with the vision that I saw. The cards just fell out and went along with everything that was said. So again, prepare for the journey and the details of the journey, and not so much on how to get there and how who's in control of the journey, because your higher power is in control. You just need to be ready for it. And again, learn from the knowledge that you've already gained. Just kind of, mull over that advice and mull over that information you've learned, and use it to make your decisions going forward from a higher level or from a higher plane of experience versus being such a so new at the whatever it is that you're going into.
Let me see that two
So
again,
that's what I got.
Angie. That card.
Hmm.
Let me see that two card
The
again.
two of wands.
I've never seen it portrayed like that before. That's cool. I love the fire around her as she's reaching out to it. What's in the center now? What's in the center, like the nexus of the two? What is that?
There's it's a
Uh
globe
huh.
like the world, and then it's the wands in the going into the globe.
Okay. And there's stars.
These are the true heart tarot cards, true heart. Uh, I think it's true heart deck or something like that. But this is that tarot deck.
Okay. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that card before. It's kind of cool. I like
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all the wands have the fire on it. And then I like the way they did this one with the globe, because sometimes you'll see the two wands stuck in the ground, or and then they're holding the globe in their hand. So yeah, I like all the way that she does the cards is very unique, and I
Yeah.
like them.
Yeah, and I also it's interesting because a lot of times the two of wands they're looking out into the whatever, and this one's kind of like focusing on something,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
something close at hand. So it's
And
actually, go ahead. Mhm.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna
No,
say
go
when
ahead.
I see that, it's like it's reminding you that you have it's your decision, you have the control. Where the other one's like, I'm just standing here waiting for something to happen.
Waiting, I'm planning, but I don't really know what I'm planning on. And
Exactly.
I like this one because that was the key to her whole reading. Focus on the journey and not so much your mode of transportation, or who's control, or who's driving the journey.
Exactly.
Your higher power is in control of your journey. You just need to be like you said, focus on the details in there. Why are you on the journey? What are the details of the journey, and what is the purpose that they're taking you on this journey? That's what you need to focus on, not the journey, not how the journey is going along. And like I said, it's taking you out of your comfort zone because you're laying down some of that control, but not your power. That's one thing they want me to let you
Yeah.
know. You're giving up some of the control on the mode of the journey, because it seems to be going fast, and it seems to be where you're not navigating the vehicle that's taking you on this journey, but you haven't laid down your power. Again, you get to make the decisions. You're planning. You have that fire, that creativity. The world is at your hand, and this is you making those decisions, because twos are decisions. And then you're getting the knowledge that you need from your higher power. You're the learning person getting from your higher power, getting those keys. And then be mindful, like in the situation Don was telling you about, of the people around you. You may need to step back and be kind of in hermit mode, whether that's with keeping your thoughts to yourself, because my guides work on me with keeping that mouth closed, or just kind of pulling back and staying away, be it social media or other people. You can, when you have to isolate like that, it could be from a plethora of things. It doesn't have to be just people. It could be a whole bunch of things that you need to back up from, and kind of use your own intuition, interpretation, and your experience from the journey and the lessons that you learn, to make the decisions to move forward and how you're going to move forward. So it does seem positive, but again, the key is knowing that you're still in control and you still have the power. Just your power in this situation is leaning on your higher power,
Hmm.
or your inner self, your inner guidance, that gut intuition, whatever you want to call it.
Super. Well, next we have Erica Walker.
She said, "Is it for her future?" If you're making decisions about it, it's your future. You wouldn't be making decisions about things that already happened in the past. They've already happened. There's nothing you can do about those things. You can't make decisions about that. These are your moving forward, Miss Catherine. So this is future stuff that is coming up. And it could be something similar to what it is in the past. Because remember, I said they'll keep taking you all around the mulberry bush. You're just circling the mountain over and over and over again until you are prepared to make a stop. So if it mirrors something that's happened in your past, That's what they were showing me. That's why they showed me you going around that mulberry bush, is because you haven't picked up the tools, or you're not quite ready to stop to get to that next level, because you haven't learned, or you haven't concentrated on the journey as they're asking you to do. So that's what that is. So it is for your future, Miss Catherine. All right, Miss Erica. She says she's new here. May she have a reading? She didn't ask for a specific kind, so I'll just do general. I hear Rihanna singing, so I don't know if that has anything to do with the island, like maybe you're from an island, or just the song. It's Cheers to the Weekend. Um, and I heard Don't Let the Bastards Get You Down. So that's the part that they're giving to me, that Cheers to the Weekend. So this is kind of you celebrating some accomplishment, or getting, or celebrating some rest or some downtime. I feel like you've been working really, really hard, and this is you celebrating and having that little rest or respite at the end of the week. So this is your cheers. This is your moment to gather, to enjoy, to celebrate, and just to get a little bit of mental and physical rest. They're showing me the four of swords, which again, I feel like everybody was so busy, busy, busy at the end of the year, and now it's that time to kind of get your footing, get your mental capacity back in order, and then move forward, because January moves fast. We're already at the halfway point, pretty much at the end of this week. It's the 13th, and then next thing you know, in the next 2 weeks we're done. So January is moving pretty fast, but you still need that slowdown from the holiday or from the end of the year, so that you can move forward with a little bit more stronger footing, a little bit more balance. And so they're saying cheers, like go ahead and celebrate this time, or enjoy the celebration that you've had from Christmas, but get ready for that forward movement, because that's what they're showing me. Like you're stopped, and you're about to get on this elevator, and you're about to take off. So be ready for this. For what the next steps that you're about to be ready to take. And I heard 2024 is like a door. It's literally a door or a portal opening up for you. So wherever you want to go, or what do you, they're showing me Monsters Inc. So you remember on Monsters Inc., depending on what door they open, that's what reality they went into, or what child's room they went into. And so that's how they're showing it to me. They're opening doors, and whatever it is that you perceive to be on the other side, that's what'll be on the other side. So it's all about you taking it from your head space to your reality. What is it that you want on that other side? What is the opportunity that you want to come for you? Oh, I really feel convicted in this. Like they're speaking to me too. What is it that you really want on the other side of that door? Have that planning, have that intention, so that when you open it, it's already there. The opportunities are there. But do you know what you want on that other side of the door? Do you know what that looked like? Do you know what joy that is? What is the celebration or the excitement that you want to feel when you open that door, and what brings that joy to you? And so that's what they're saying. You're in control of it, and you can achieve these things, but you have to have the intention on what you want to be on the other side of that door, so your higher power can give it to you. So that's what I got, Miss Erica.
Super. Trying to get. I'm really getting a block. I'm not. I'm not. I'm. I don't know. I'm not really getting a lot of energy from her. Um, Erica, are you? It's interesting. I'm getting this energy of like I want a reading, but I'm afraid of what you might say. One of those, and it's like you can relax, Erica. I mean, it's a subconscious. I know you're not doing it consciously. I promise that. I understand that, but there's a subconscious kind of block there. It's like I'm afraid of what you're going to say. Um,
Secrets.
yeah, exactly. Let me see if the cards are going to ping anything.
And I didn't have any darkness. Like the vision that I saw was in the light. Usually, if there's secrecy or darkness, it's in the night. It's something that you don't want people to know.
Yeah. Even the cards aren't making sense to me, which is again is that block. It's like they're all over the place. So for some reason, I'm just not getting the energy. It's unfortunately I'm not able to read for you tonight, Erica, because it's just not there. So I do apologize for that. But you know what? I would rather tell you I can't read for you than blow smoke up your butt, because that's not what we do. Angie will tell you, everybody will tell you that a good reader will tell you when they can't read for you. It's that simple. And the last thing you want is a bad reading or untrue reading. You ain't gonna get that from me.
Or someone forcing something. I'll tell you in a minute. That's all I'm getting. I'm not getting anything else.
Yep.
Because sometimes that's it. If that's all spirit is giving you, that may be the key to it. And if you fluff it or push it or pull it, you'll dilute the message. And sometimes if that's all that you got, that's all that you can get.
Yep. And I just shuffled again, and again, it doesn't. They're just not making sense. So again, there's. I'm just not connected to your energy tonight. So I apologize, Erica.
I think it's in putting her into like her intentions in. She hasn't given intentions for the universe to help her out or to help her. So there's no like maybe there's no future forward because you haven't really made that plan or set your minds up. And so it's kind of just a big void right now.
Anna Iva, hello. When will I see my love interest man, and will it be what I expect? There is a young woman. Her name is Bonnie. She comes on Wednesday mornings. I'm gonna put her thing up
At
here.
9 a.m.
Exactly, Anna, and that's 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Anna, go to this site right here. Subscribe to her site, and make sure that you follow her. And when you subscribe, make sure you have the bell turned on, and it'll tell you when she's live. This woman loves love readings. She is very comfortable love readings, and she invites them, and we don't mind referring everybody to her. So if you really want a good,
She
long,
said, and
intense
will it
love
be what
reading,
I expect, Don? When is it ever what you expect? You know, it's always going to be a little bit different than you expected it to be. So I
exactly.
guess you're wondering if it's going to be heartbreak or if it's going to be happiness. And
Yes.
again, it's all in your intentions. What is the intention that you're setting forth? Although sometimes I do question my guys because I meet some questionables and I'll be like, that's not the intention that I put out there. But
Yep. And oh, actually, she's here. I just saw her name pop up again. So
yeah,
yeah, you
she
guys
said
are
you
funny.
guys are
That
funny.
this is her calling on
Listen, Miss
angels.
Bonnie, listen. We need to send you where you like to be. If you like to listen, let me find out somebody like to cook. I'll be like, listen, such and such likes to cook because I don't, or such and such likes to clean because I don't. I'm gonna send the people where the expert is. I am the Grim Reaper of love reading, so you really probably don't want me to touch your love reading anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, if I were you, I would reach out to Bonnie. I would subscribe to Bonnie's website. Calling on Angels 1111 is her thing. Again, it's on YouTube. Follow Bonnie and show her the love by just connecting. And I'm telling you, Anna,
You'll get a thorough
you
reading.
will. Yes. So that's for you, and that's for you. So whom are you next drawn to, Angie?
Well, Crystal Monique just came in, and so she's the next person at the top of the list. Kasha is also in here. Oh no, she said relationship. Let's keep it moving.
Also, there's this is a name I don't recognize.
Jesse.
Tanya Goldsboro.
Oh, oh, I've never heard of that either.
Me neither. So why don't we give Tanya a reading since we have not heard and we've
All
read for
right,
her
Miss
at least.
Tanya.
Yeah. Tanya, do you have children? Do you have two children? I'm getting
Oh
two
my
children.
gosh, Don! I heard like it seems like her picture is a picture of somebody driving in a car, and I heard two. I heard kids chirping in the background, and I kept saying, "No, that's just me getting that image." And then you said, "Do you have children?" Go ahead. We're
Yeah.
right there today, Don.
Yep. Uh, Super Tanya, do you have children? I'm getting two.
Good
Tanya.
night, angels. Hey, Sonaria.
Hey, angels. Good night. Thanks for popping in.
She has
She have
four.
four. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There are two that are high maintenance. There are two. I'm getting two that are like, yeah, two that stand out.
Congratulations, Sonaria. I'm so excited for you. She said she's
Yes.
excited.
Congrats.
Sending you a whole bunch of positive energies. Can you all put airplanes or in the chat for Miss Sonaria? Oh, I'm so excited for her. Like that makes me warm and tingly all over. I'm so excited for you.
Um, anyway, Tanya, I'm thinking two of them again. The two, I'm being drawn to two that are like high maintenance or like a lot of energy, or they they're a lot of work. Um, and how that is how yes, they are gone. Yes, they are gone. They're out of the nest, is what you're saying. Is that what you're trying to imply, or what do you mean by that?
I get, are the two you're thinking about the two littles? Like I feel like there's two younger ones that are just yapping in the background. And I remember my mom having four children. By the time she got to them last two, they pretty much was just on their own because she was tired of raising kids.
She's like, I get more time for this. Yeah. So do you have grandkids then? Maybe is it would it be two young grandchildren, or again, I'm not. I'm getting two very precocious, very no past. All your kids passed.
Because I got two talkative little littles that were, in the back seat just chirping away.
Uh huh.
Or are you missing that? Are you reminiscing? Because they're showing me the Six of Cups now. So I feel like maybe are you reminiscing on when they were little or something like that? Because I get two little littles. I immediately felt like there were two kids in the car with you and you were driving.
This delay is a killer. Three of the four and the grandson who was killed. Ooh, damn. Okay. So do you have maybe two young grandchildren at this
Or are you
time?
reminiscing? Oh, I miss them. So I think she's reminiscing, and maybe that's the energy. They're close to her because she's reminiscing.
Ah, could be. Oh my,
Is
interesting.
someone's birthday coming up soon in January? There's something significant about why you're reminiscing or why you're missing them.
She was reminiscing to when they were young. I'm guessing is what she's saying.
Okay. Oh yeah, because that's how I see them as little kids in the back seat, just chirping away and talking, and she's driving and not necessarily arguing, but they're having a little conversation, and they're a little. I want to say sassy mouth, but it's cute. It's not like disrespectful in any way. Anniversary of my oldest son's suicide. Okay, so I felt like there was some date that was coming up in January that is making you reminiscent, and they're just letting, and that's why they were showing me the Six of Cups.
And he was bonded closely to one of your daughters, right? And she is also passed, because that's that kind of the pair. It's like a boy girl, and it's like yeah. And so did was he bonded to a sister, and that sister also was on the other side? Because I'm getting this again. It's that little chirpy energy, like you said. On the 25th, I have a Camaro, and I talk to them all the time. So they died in a car accident in a Camaro. Hmm. My oldest was transgender. Interesting. I wonder if that's the duality of the no, but I don't know. I'm like there's two. But was there also a again? I'm getting yeah. That could be the boy girl. I don't know. Hmm.
I did get a boy and a girl in the back seat.
Yeah, yeah. Again, did you lose a daughter as well? And was that daughter closely bonded to the son? The anniversary is death, 25th. I got that. We're good.
We got that. No.
No,
So maybe
there's
she's
no
just saying
girl
the
who was
reason we're getting
bonded.
the duality is because he was transgender.
Could be. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, the energy came through. Definitely, your kids. The energy of children came through. I'll put it that way. Very much came through, and
Oh,
Angie
all
saw it as I
boys.
did.
Oh,
All boys. Jeez, he whiz.
okay. That makes sense because we both got a boy girl, and I'm like, oh. So maybe he's the one reaching out because I keep hearing "I'm sorry," but he wants you to remember him in the. I feel like in the joy of his life, not in the sorrow of his death. Like
Yes.
that's the I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had that that's the way it ended. But remember me in the joy of my life and not so much in the sorrow of my death. I feel like you have, and it is sad to have three of your four children to be gone, to be passed, but it's the joy of their life, and they're coming here and fulfilling whatever purpose they had to come here. And so it kind of helps to ease a little bit of the pain of their loss if you celebrate their life. Like again, my grandmother's birthday was on the 7th. We celebrated her life. We had her favorite cake. We had her favorite food. We thought of her in a positive way, and we reminisced and remembered the things that she brought into our life that gave us joy, instead of remembering the last years or months of her life when when she was, when her health was failing. So it's kind of in how you remember them, how you what is the perspective that you see of the situation? Do I see it as a horrible thing that happened to me, or a joyous opportunity that I was even allowed to give birth to them and share the little time that they had on earth with them? And so that's kind of how it is. What is your perspective on it? And trying to, work through the grieving process, because you'll never get over it. And all these years later, my grandmother probably passed 30 years ago, and it's still a little bit hard, but the joy of it still outshadows the pain of her loss. I still put myself in a space of the joy of it and not the pain of it. And so that may be it, is that they really want you to um find the joy in their life instead of the pain of their loss. She said two boys
Okay.
committed suicide 3 months apart. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
I'm gonna Tanya, take this with the love that it's meant from, because I want to help you to try to understand a little bit. Um, when we come into this world, this is my belief. This is my belief. I'm not putting this on anybody else. This is my belief. When we come into this world, we have certain things that we are going to accomplish. It's part of our life contract, and we write it. We come, and again, this goes back to reincarnation, which again, Christians believed until 140 AD, until it was changed because the church did not want that, because they believed they wanted absolution to hang over people's head. But that's not part of the conversation at this point. What I'm trying to tell you is that your sons, in my belief, your sons came into this world, and I've had this belief tested out with many spirits I've met with, and they have confirmed this. But your sons, like everybody else, comes into this world, unto this lifetime, not this world, this lifetime, and on this plane for some specific things that in which they choose to bring in and learn to raise themselves to be a higher and better energy entity or whatever, to help bring them closer to God or to their deity or whatever it is. Again, to be a higher, best, perfect self. So when they came into this world, they knew certain things were to be accomplished. But as you write your contract, you also make exit points. And so your exit points can be a number of them. It's not just the one, it can be a number of them. And during your lifetime, as you move forward, you may get distracted from what it is that your plan is. Now, again, most of this is subconscious stuff that we don't know unless we are blessed to have somebody who can do regressions or somebody who can take us under and connect to that. But it's best for us not to know. But anyway, we go through life with the path of learning, trying to make sure that we learn the lessons that we came in this life to learn. And at some point, and from time to time, we wind up getting off track. Good evening, Ms. Linda. We sometimes get off track, or we sometimes find that we're not going to be as successful as we had hoped, or that whatever reason, this isn't the lifetime for us to resolve the things that we needed to do. And when that happens, we choose to opt out and take one of those exits. Okay. And that's where this comes in. Now, the question would be for both of your children: did they choose the exits, or was this their actual end date? Is this what they came in and this was what they had planned on? That I can never tell you, unless indeed we had a visit with them and the spirit came in and told us which way it was, which is not the case tonight. We didn't have that. They're not here with us. But know that you you have no guilt. You have no ownership in this, because they made choices and decisions based on their lifetime and their contract and their experiences. So the very first thing that I would say is the one thing that you mentioned about how you have anger toward them. Don't have anger toward them. Let go of the anger. The anger doesn't help you. It doesn't help them. It's not going to bring them back. It's not going to change a damn thing. And more importantly, no matter how they passed, we should look at celebrating their life, celebrating the joy they brought to us, the energy they brought to us, and helped us in our lifetime to make our contract fulfilled. So remember, you came in with a contract too. And part of your contract apparently was that you were going to bring kids in, and those kids were going to do certain things to help you find those lessons and learn those lessons and become the higher and better you. So know that this is all part of a larger experience. And the most important thing is, again, it wasn't your life, it was their life. It wasn't your experience, it was their experience. And so what I would say to you is that let go of the hurt, let go of the pain, let go of the anger, because they serve you nothing. They don't serve you at all. And they would never have wanted you to be served in that way. No matter what you did with them, no matter how you angered with them or whatever, it doesn't matter. Let it go, and just celebrate that they had a life, that they were here on earth, that they brought light into your world, you brought light into their world, and that you were better for having had the experience. They were better for having had the experience. And let the anger go. Holding on to anger serves no one at all, and it does not serve you well, because that bitterness that you build inside you, and that anger and that hurt, all that does, in my opinion, is you internalize it, and it could manifest itself in a physical way, in my belief. And so I'm asking you, I'm strongly stressing to you, to use your neuroplasticity in your brain, to, because we have neuroplasticity, we can change the way in which we shoot our neurons, and we can start using it in a positive way. We can start thinking of this in a positive way. Change your way of thinking. Use that neuroplasticity. Change your way of thinking about this. Change your way of energy, and say, you know what? They're not here, but I'm going to bless the fact that they were here. I'm going to bless the fact that they brought things to my life. I'm going to bless the fact that they gave me a chance to be a mom. And again, don't pay attention to the end game. Pay attention to the benefit they brought to you. That's that's what I would suggest to you very strongly, because you don't know what their life contract was. You don't know what their obligations were. You don't know where they were. All you know is what your experience is. So step out of yourself, give yourself a break, and start celebrating life. Don't panic over the death. Don't focus on the death. The death was one moment of their life. They had all these years, and all it comes down to is one moment, one decision, one moment. So don't do yourself a favor, do the world a favor, let that go, and start celebrating the life, the moments, the wonderful experiences they brought to you in your world, and that you brought to theirs. There you go. I'm getting off my pulpit
Exactly.
now.
Exactly. I love, like, once I learned the contract thing, or once I understood like purpose, like, again, a lot of times we misinterpret some of the things that we get in the Bible. I know the Bible isn't 100% accurate, but if you're a Bible reading person and it tells you about, having purpose, I feel like that aligns with the contract thing. You came here for a purpose. There's a reason you came here. There's a reason, that, there's things that you came to this earth to get or to live out. And when your time is up, your time is up. And what does it say? You know, all your days are numbered. And so if there was a destiny that you came here to fulfill, regardless of how much we wanted you to stay, when your time is up, it's time for you to move on. And it's just in celebrating the time that you were here, instead of focusing on the time that you went away.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
they can't hear you talk to them. I feel like that's why they were in the back. Well, I feel like you're still sad about it, or you're blaming yourself about it, because, like, how can two of my children do that? Like, what kind of mom am I? What did I do? Where was my misstep in making, and this, and the son, that the first son, because I saw the boy girl, so I think it's that duality. It's that child is saying he's sorry, you know, or she's sorry for the situation, and they don't want you to focus on the misery or the guilt of it, and focus on the joy of their life. There's nothing you can do to control that. You could have been the perfect parent. Like, they're showing me Anthony Bourdain now, because he's that person that used to travel all over, and we thought he had such a good life and he could just travel and visit all these places and let you see how magnificent it was. And he, ended up killing himself. And and so it's whatever they're dealing with internally, or whatever they're facing, or whatever their purpose and plan is for being here. You can't blame yourself for that, and so they want you to release that guilt also, and move forward in a positive manner and stop blaming yourself. Is how I'm getting it.
Amen. Amen.
um Bonnie said, where do you live, Tanya? And Bonnie is the person that we were just speaking of, that does the love readings on Wednesday mornings. She's a part of our psychic squad, and she may have a message for you, but she wants to know where you live, like maybe city or state. Missouri. She's in Missouri. Bonnie. I feel like a little bit of a release was on her. Like it kind of lightened her load. Some of the things that we're saying, and she was able to see it in a different light. Because sometimes in our misery, all we can see is tunnel vision, and there's a cause and effect. This happened. What made it happen? This was a cause, and this is effect. And I feel like it's kind of opening her eyes to see that she wasn't at fault. She can let go of some of that guilt, some of that pain, because they had a purpose for coming here. And regardless of how much we love them and how much we try to prevent whatever from happening, when it's time, it's time.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Miss Bonnie thought she may have known you, Tanya. You are welcome, Miss Tanya. All right, who's next?
Tanya, one more thing I would suggest to you tonight when you go to bed, give thanks. Give thanks that your life is blessed and that you have been able to make it this far and had the wonderful thoughts, memories, experiences that you have. Be thankful, be grateful, give that back to the universe. Show the universe that you appreciate that and that you like that again you're giving thanks, and don't be surprised. And tomorrow morning you wake up with a much more
Positive.
less burdened kind of day. You
They're
know.
showing me a group hug. Were you guys big on doing a group hug, like all the kids kind of around your waist, hugging you really tight? I'm seeing a group hug. Also call them into your dreams tonight. Ask them to come into your dreams and give you a hug, because the first thing I thought was that you needed a hug, and to tell you to call them into your dreams to, give you a memory, or so that you can see them and you can experience them in your dreams. But also there's something, they're showing me a group hug. So I feel like when they were all together, and they were kind of being like a little bit rambunctious or something like that, they would do a group hug around you, or something like that, because they're showing me a group hug and all the kids kind of wrapped around your waist.
Thank you, Miss Linda. I appreciate that. Miss Linda was talking about a
Oh my
confirmation.
gosh.
She said, Don, I have a confirmation for you. Last month, you gave JoJo a reading. You advised you were feeling pain in your back tooth, and you didn't know if it was her or not. I knew it was directed at me. A few weeks ago, I cracked my back molar and filling. Thank you for letting us know that. Appreciate that. Thanks, Miss Linda.
Okay, yeah, she said all three would hug her, and that's how they're showing it to me. All three of them wrapped around her, and they still love you so much. They're just, they're just not here in the physical. So
Yeah.
remember that energy never changes form, never changes, never is created or destroyed. It just changes form. You can no longer see them in the physical, but you can still experience them in the spiritual. And you have to remember that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Always remember that your spirit, so that you can connect to them on spirit, you have to raise your vibration in order to get up there with them. And that may be what they're doing, sending you the love and the positivity to raise your emotion, because they're not going to come down to your sadness. You're going to need to come up to their joy, or to the higher plane that they're on. So if you want to experience them in the state that they are, you're going to have to raise your vibration up to experience them, or to have them to connect with you, because they're not going to come down. You're going to have to come up.
Miss Linda is falling apart over there. She said, I also lost filling out of my other tooth. That one is painful. Lord have mercy, Linda.
Miss Linda, I was at
Miss Linda.
dinner chewing my food, and the filling fell out, and it took the rest of the tooth with it.
Oh, geez. Yep.
Exactly.
Lord have mercy. I remember one time I bit down on something and I crunched it. I'm like, that's not food, and went back and it was like a half of my like a one third, like a fourth or whatever of tooth, and I'm like, holy crap, you know?
Listen, they do not listen. They do not emphasize enough how much you need to take care of your teeth. And like I said, I don't feel like we should get our second set at 5 year olds. We just don't appreciate them. And I'm saying that youthful time, we do not appreciate that second set of teeth because when you got to pay for that third set of teeth, it costs a pretty penny. So they need to tell you a little bit more to be mindful of them teeth when you little.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Who is next, Miss Angie?
Let me see who. There was I thought there was a lady in there. Um, Anthony Ross is in here. Hey, Affirm, I didn't even see you sneak on in there. So Anthony Ross and John Ross, is that two different people? Are y'all like brothers? There's an Anthony and a John Ross.
Oh, that's right. You saw John Ross. I forget about that. Yeah.
There's an April Davis. So any of those people are called to. As long as you're not asking for a love reading, because if you ask, I'm just gonna give you a general.
Exactly. John Ross.
All right. I like that name, John Ross. Oh, you're 20. You're still a baby.
Um,
Happy birthday, also.
hmm. John. John, what's the real story? I don't think you're 20. I don't think this. I don't know. I don't know you from Adam. I can't tell you from Adam. But John, I don't think you are who you profess to be, and I don't think you're 20. I don't know. Something doesn't
Wow.
feel right. I'm getting some strange energy here. What's something's happening? Okay, I don't know. I think I'll just leave. What do you have, Angie?
I don't have anything now because I'm stuck on that. Of being an imposter.
I don't know.
Our firm said the one Tuesday she could make it to class, none of us were there. John, are you still here?
Am I here? Oh, John. John.
John. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's something I don't know. The energy I'm getting is like it's like this is a
All
bot
right,
profile or
next.
something.
There were some other people in the list. Let's just go. They're not even responding anyway.
Yeah. How about Anthony? Anthony Ross, are you here? You know, I think of John Ross. I think of J.R. J.R. Ewing. Remember John Ross Ewing? That was the
I
son,
kept hearing Bob Ross, the
the
painter.
painter.
Let me tell you. So they like on Tubi or some of the one of those little channels, they have the Joy of Painting channel, and you could just watch him over and over and over and over again. And when
Oh, is
I
that
say
right?
that voice is still so soothing, it will put you right to sleep. Just I tried to watch it, but I was just asleep by the time we finished the first painting. That voice is so soothing. That's what I need to listen to every night.
Yeah, he does have that kind of very
Oh
relaxed,
my
very
goodness, it's so
soothing.
soothing.
Yep.
And those two guys that was from that Dakota and Asa that were from that
Re-
the
Some
place,
realities, something natural realities or whatever.
yeah, natural rarities, yes. They gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh, they had some paintings. One of their mom does paintings, and they remind me so much of the Bob Ross paintings. They were really, really cute. And um Natural Rarities is the name of the group. If you can get on their website and look, they really did have some nice paintings if you want to check
They
them
have
out.
nice stuff. Period. They
They
had
had
some
some really
great
nice stuff. That's
crystals.
where
They
I
had
got
some
my plant
stones.
from. Hopefully
Yeah.
she lives. I'm
Yeah.
gonna name her.
Yeah.
So hopefully she lives.
Well, Anthony Ross is not here either.
Okay, well look, Christina is here.
Well, there you go,
She said, "Where
Christina.
do we sign up to get on the list?" And she at the top, like, "Hello, somebody."
Right place, right time.
I hear. Okay, so you remember the movie Coming to America, and when she got ready to leave, Eddie Murphy, she got the Hakeem, the lady on the bus was said, she was like, "Go for it" or something. She was chewing her gum and telling her to go for it. That's what I'm hearing is them telling you to go for the love or go for whatever it is, to go for it, to move forward on it. Like there's a voice in the background telling you to go for it, go for love or move forward with it. Take a chance, honey. That's what I hear. Take a chance, honey. And that's to move forward. So whether it's in love or in business, they're telling you to go ahead and take this chance and move forward. And they're showing me the fool's journey. But if you go ahead and take that step, you'll turn into that more experienced hermit on your journey while you're out, and your lessons will help you to move forward and to make good decisions. So I'm getting go ahead, take a chance, honey, and move forward, whether it's love or whether it is I'm new, so I was going with the flow. So I'm seeing that you should go ahead and take a chance on what it is, and they're showing me the fool's journey. I'm gonna pull some cards to see if this is love or is this now. I know I don't like doing love readings, but when they just come up organically like this, I don't have a problem with it. So now I'm trying to see if this is love or is this business or finance or what area this is for you. Um, so let me go ahead. I will tell you that two wands cards came out, and for me, that's all passion and creativity. So there is some passion here, but that could again still be with the job or something like that. Yeah, exactly, Miss Miss Bonnie. You know I don't like to do a love reading, but if it comes out organically, then I'm not the Grim Reaper. I'm just the messenger. Crystal Monique, we were looking for you, but you're back. So Christina, let me see what it is that I'm seeing this take a chance on and this fool's journey that I'm seeing for you, if it's love or if it's career. I'm hearing the word career, but that could just be me biased because I don't like to do love readings and the cards are not popping out for me. Oh, I got a reminiscing and I got like the seven of swords, and in this one it feels more about that deceptive energy. I like the way they portray it. And this one, there's no two ways about it. This is that deception energy. This is somebody not being honest with you. And then this is you reminiscing. So maybe you're in a love situation. This is how it's coming to me. You're in a love situation and you're reminiscing on past hurts or past things, past relationships, and you're thinking about how people have deceived you or hurt you or kind of not been honest with you in the past. And so you're wondering if this situation is that, and they're saying, take a chance, honey, go ahead and move forward on it. Still use your intuition and your gut feeling, but don't let all those situations from the past overshadow this situation and make you walk away from something that possibly feels good, because I do feel like it feels pretty heartwarming to you, and that's your fear, is like it feels a little bit too good to be true. So I feel like you should go ahead and move forward with it, and that's how the story is unfolding for me. You're reminiscing or you're thinking about your past hurts and pains and how people did you wrong, and so you're about to miss out on an opportunity of love or something that is exactly bringing you joy or giving you passion. It feels like let me try one more time. Whether it's business or romance, um, I can't really tell because both of these situations could be things that happened in the past to you, and you're a little bit hesitant to move forward. But they're saying take a chance on it. But because that's the true heart deck. Um, Bonnie. It's by the lady who was in the craft, and I cannot remember her name for nothing in the world. Rachel True. It's Rachel True's True Heart deck. So and I got it for my birthday, but you can get it on Amazon. I think of my ex, but it's just a thought thinking of past hurts lady. Okay, so you're not in a relationship. That's the deck right there, exactly. That one right there, Don. So you're not in a relationship because this is making it seem like you should go ahead and take a chance on it and move forward with a relationship or a potential relationship. And if it's not here now, then it's coming forward for you. But I get like go ahead and take that chance and get over these past hurts and pains. Be mindful, use your intuition and know when to walk away, but go ahead and step forward or move forward with that relationship or with that journey into this business venture or whatever it is. You're single. So maybe this is love that is coming in because I get take a chance on it. And that situation was a romantic situation. Take a chance on being with this person. And then the cards support that. You're reminiscing about past hurts and things that have happened to you. And they're saying take a chance at moving forward. So maybe it's preparing you for a love that is to come, but that's all I'm getting for you. So that's what I got for Miss Christina. Hi, True Me.
Christina, I'm being told that something you've been working toward, you've been putting the things in place, you've been planting those seeds along the way, and that's the work that you've done. And guess what? It's coming to fruition. So it's getting ready to show itself. So again, you must have been putting a lot of hard work in this past year, and now it is coming. It's going to be coming toward you. So with that said, you don't want to you never want to surrender anything. But the good part is, again, it's going to be beneficial toward you. You're going to see benefit from it, but never surrender. Do not surrender your power in this time. No matter what you do, make sure that you own your power. Look at this: 10 of coins, an ace and 10 of coins. Again, so this is the start of something new and great. Again, the work you've been putting in is going to pay off. So you're headed into a very abundant period, a time of great energy, a time of great movement forward and great success. Be careful not to get buried down in self-doubt. Do not allow yourself to get into the self-doubt game. Again, this is that struggle that you have. It's like, okay, you take on you have worked so hard, you put in so much effort, and then you're like, I don't know if I deserve this. I don't know if I can trust this. Yeah, you can. Okay. And then look at this, the Palace of Cups. You're moving to a happier time as well. So you have really been through a number of things. Again, you planted the seed, you worked yourself through it, and now you're seeing the benefit of it. You're moving toward a lighter time, a happier time, a more abundant time. And so with that said, make sure that you don't look back. Make sure you're not looking. Don't dwell on anything. Just keep moving forward, and make sure that you are open to whatever Spirit gives you. Additionally, make sure you give thanks when you get things from Spirit. When Spirit takes care of you, give them thanks. Make sure that you're making them aware that you appreciate it as well. But again, it's not them doing the work. It's them giving you the opportunity. You're doing the work, and you've done the work already. Keep doing the work. Keep moving forward. This is going to be a good time for you. You're entering a good phase, and from what I'm seeing. And again, it comes from the things that you've been putting into place before now. So now you're going to see the benefits of it. Angie, interestingly enough, this weekend at the market, folks, it's called the Sonoran Spiritual Wellness Market. Look at this. This woman made these wonderful prayer flags.
Why we have the exact same one?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy, right?
Yes, we got the exact, except for mine is more purple and yours is more brown. And she gave me the smaller version of yours too. I
Yeah.
love it. Yes.
Yes, I was drawn to that one, and I was drawn to two of them at the same time, but I only bought one because I wanted to. She didn't have a lot of inventory, and I'm like, I don't want to buy up your inventory. And but when I went back, the one I wanted also was still there, and I bought it. And look at this.
Oh yes, I love that blue. Oh my gosh, I should have got that one because that's the water. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
And
So
she is
I
such
love
a
it.
nice lady. Those are only $4. Like
$4,
she's
and look at this
really
material.
undercut.
I mean, look at
It was
that great
$4 or three
material.
for 10.
Isn't that?
Yeah,
And there's a bit sparkle in it, and you may not be able to
yeah,
see it there, but it sparkles a little bit. See it right here. You can see the
yeah,
sparkling here, and I love this because when I saw these, look at them.
yeah, yeah.
You
And the
know.
story that she gave behind it was that the reason she gives you the little pole, you're supposed to stick them outside so they can wave like a flag, and the ends are fringed. So as these little fringes blow off, that's your blessings blowing out
To the universe.
returning for it to you. So you're supposed to put like your intentions into it, and as the little strings go away, they kind of go and collect your blessings and bring them back. I thought it was such a cute idea. I love it. One of them I have posted in my room over my desk. Um, and then this one I have to figure out how I'm gonna hang it outside. But she's such a nice lady. She said it was so relaxing, and I just loved her.
Yeah,
I can't remember what her name was though,
I don't
but
remember either, but I have it
she was
written down
so
someplace.
nice.
Tibetan prayer flags is what
Yeah,
they are, and it's interesting. You're right, because as they lose their connection, interconnectivity, because the wind, again, it's the blessings being sent to the world. And I'm like, damn, I'm not sure I want to let the blessings go because this is so damn pretty. I mean, it's just, look at this. I mean, look at that
it is.
image.
They
It's
are.
just
I thought about
amazing.
frame because I thought, oh, I could frame it and put it up on the wall. And she said, it's a flag. You're supposed to let the little fringes blow away and let the blessings go out to the world. And then I was like, oh, okay, I like that.
It's interesting when I talked to her. When I saw these at first, I'm like, how much are these? And
Yep. She
I
said
was kind of concerned
$4.
to know what the answer is. And she said $4. I said, no, you're charging too little. And she said, no. She's like, well, think about it. And I said, the smaller ones maybe 4 or 5, but those maybe 7 or 10. And ultimately, she's like, and when I came back by, she said, no, I'm like, it's your business. I'm just, it's like, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm saying that these have value to them, and they really, really should, that it's your time, your effort, whatever. And she said, no, this is my love. And
Yep,
I'm
and
like, you
she
know
just
what?
kept saying it was relaxing and she
Yep.
enjoyed doing it. And she was retired and it just gives her, and so I guess it's kind of all profit for her because she just loves it.
Yeah, Pam says she loves them too. No, they are. Yeah, Pam. They actually, what you see on the screen is nice, but it really does not do justice because of the texture and the material. I mean, look at that. There's so much texture in this material. It's like flow and energy. See it? There's just so much more to it when you see it.
Yep, it's
It's like
beautiful. I
wow.
love
It's
them.
just wow. So I was impressed. I was very impressed. I
Nice.
was really happy. A lot of the vendors this week were vendors I had not met before, but we had lined them up, and we had some really interesting vendors from various walks of life. I got my aura photograph done again. I've done an aura photograph before.
I didn't do that. I wanted to do it, but by the time I got done with all the interviews, and guys, go and watch the video. You can see all the vendors that was there. I tried to interview everybody was there, and so I got to see you get to see all their unique products. And you know what? I think I did. No, I don't think I interviewed her because she wasn't at her table. Well, maybe I did. I don't even remember. But go and look and see, and you can find out any information because I tried to get their name, their website, and whatever products they have. So go onto my YouTube or my Facebook or my Twitch or my Twitter, and it'll tell you that I was interviewing the vendors there, and just go ahead and watch those, and you get to see all the people that was there. It was really nice.
I'll show you my aura photograph. Now, this is not the photograph. There's an aura photograph, and I can show you that. But this is the aura image that she records, and it's about this is your not aura. This is your chakras. This is telling you which chakras are doing what. What's functioning more. What's
And that's where you
overpowering.
put
What
your
is
hand on the thing on the
yes.
yeah.
So watch this. This is and it's hard to see because I don't think the camera is picking up the colors properly.
So it's
I
not,
don't. Yeah, the
but they're
camera can't. It's a
spinning.
shame.
They're spinning, right?
Yeah, they're spinning. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there's various colors, but the camera just can't pick it up right. I don't know why. Oh man, it's a shame. It's just it doesn't.
Yeah.
The colors are it's beautiful. It's unbelievably beautiful. It really is. So yeah, I was
No,
very
it's not
impressed.
all blue. Like it lines up, Terry T. The chakras all in different colors and they're spinning and they're telling you like you get information. She gives you a detailed report and everything. It was a nice little service that she was offering.
Let's see if I did a screenshot to see if maybe the screenshot can be and see even the screenshot can't show it. It's just still not the images. I can't tell you how beautiful this really is.
It is. It's really nice.
Yeah. But it also tells you she was able to do the chakras. And it's interesting when she first did the aura, it wouldn't focus. And she's like, it's like you can't focus and there's something here around you. And I kind of chuckled and she said, what? And I said, no. And she said, let me reset it. And it still was very blurry and doing this thing. And she's like, there's like something in front of you. And I told her, I said, yeah, the last time I had my aura photograph they did the same thing. Done. Look, yeah, did. The last time they did my aura photograph, the same thing. And it was very, and they said it's because the energy is like a whirlwind around me. I'm controlling my energy. And so it circles me and
Oh,
protects
that's a
me.
good thing.
Yeah, and she had not seen that before, and so it took her a while. And I said, okay, let me kind of chill, and I kind of focused, and I'm like, okay, and I gave her, and she's like, oh wow, it's clearing up real quick, and she hit it real quick, so it was crazy. So
Another
fascinating.
thing, because Terry T said, "What is your aura?" And for me, like I used to braid hair, and I would stand behind people, and they would always look back to see if I was there because they was like, "You don't have an aura, you don't have a presence there." And so for me, kind of that aura is kind of like your presence or that energy that surrounds you that people can see. And sometimes you'll be like, "Oh, they have a murky aura or whatever it is." It's just kind of that energy that's surrounding you is how I see it, or that's how I've seen. I don't think I've ever seen anybody's aura, but people used to tell me all the time that I don't have an aura. And this was well before I got into metaphysics. They would say, like we couldn't sense you back there, we couldn't feel you, and so they would always turn around to see. And I would be standing there. I just would, I would be preparing some product I was about to put in their hair or something I was about to do to their hair. And so they would look back to see if I was there. But literally, your aura is just that, like your presence or the things that they can sense about you or the feeling or the energy that surrounds you.
Yeah, and this is the aura photograph because again, what I showed you before was your chakras, but this is the aura photograph.
Oh, wow. See,
So
that's kind of how it is the energy around you. Like I said, yep.
yep, yep. And so
Yours
there's a
is
color
yellow. I like yellow
representation.
and green. I like that abundance, infinite possibilities. I love that.
Yeah, and it's interesting because this is like the where I'm moving from, and this is where I'm moving to,
Oh,
and this
see,
is a healing
infinite
time. This was a
possibilities
time
to
of
abundance. I like
healing.
it.
Yeah, this was a time of healing, and then it was moving toward a time of moving forward and and being motivated and finding energy, lots of movement, lots of whatever. And I thought, God, if you only knew how this is, you know, if
It's
you
a
only
very
knew.
detailed report that she gives you. And she
Yeah,
goes over. She says it's about a half an hour.
yeah, it's a long
And
report,
it
and she
wasn't
explains
very expensive
everything.
either, was it, Don? It didn't cost that much. It was under $50.
Oh, this was look. There's a better representation. See the chakras
Oh,
there?
see, that's what it looks like, Terry T. That's what your chakra thing looks like that.
Yep. And so it shows you which chakra is driving more, which chakra is driving less, what needs work. And also, interestingly enough, I have indigo at my top of my head, which is very unusual for that one. That's my crown chakra.
Crown chakra.
Yeah.
That's
And she's like,
royalty.
wow,
I
this is
like that.
unusual. Yeah. So anyway, a great report. Her name is
Oh,
Mary
there it is, Mary
Varowski.
Varosky. I remember
Yeah.
her saying that. Yes, I remember, Don. Now that you're saying that, I remember all of that. And she has a website, and she's on Facebook. Well, I don't know if she has a website, but she's on Facebook under Mary
Mhm.
Varosky and under whatever the name of the company is, like something photo. I can't remember. Was it something Angel or something like that?
Well, Joan of Angels was across from her,
Right.
but
But so
this is
her name didn't
angel
have anything
reading
to do.
parties. She calls it angel reading parties.
Okay, because I'm like I thought it was something to do with angels too.
Yeah, she does angel readings. She does past life readings. She does the chakra photos, of course, and then aura photos, and then she'll also do special events. But I really, it's interesting. I want to visit with her for past regression, past life readings, because I'm fascinated with her. When I first talked to her on the phone, I was lining her up as one of our vendors. She told me, she said, "Oh, I do this." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I am so into that. I want to know." So she's very cool. And not only that, but she's so warm and wonderful. And when you sit down with her, you're thinking you're sitting with somebody who has a connection and is just energy and light and love. She is all love. I mean, when you sit down, you feel like you're with the energy is just phenomenal. That's all I can say. It is just wonderful. So
Yeah,
yeah.
she's really nice. I really liked her. And again, half an hour she'll go over the whole thing with you. Christina said that's awesome. All the aura photos she's seen doesn't include a booklet, just a photo for around $50. Like she prints it all out. She has it all set up for you.
Yeah.
She gives it out. She goes over everything with you. She's really nice. And it wasn't under 50, Don. It wasn't that
It
much.
was it was it was if you want the book, it's 50. If you just want the photo, it's like 30
Yeah.
or 20 or 30 or something like that. And then she explains it. But if you want the book that has everything, then it's 50. And it was 50 well spent. Also it's interesting because she studied with Doreen Virtue before Doreen Virtue went crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She
And
she
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 also with
mentioned a
Dolores
couple other
Cannon.
people that I think she has studied with too, and I was like, oh, okay, wow, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Well, she was certified by Dolores Cannon in the hypnotherapy, the quantum healing hypnosis therapy, the QHHT. She was with Dolores Cannon. I mean, she is like, holy crap. How does that? I mean, it's like, I didn't realize. I mean, this woman was
And she's
everything.
such a
So,
nice little down to earth lady who looked like
oh,
she'll
she's
just go right
wonderful.
in the kitchen and make you some soup.
Yes, yes. And I always remember her email address, MTV. Her email address is mtv21@cox.net if you ever want to reach out to her. mtv21@cox.net.
That's so
But yeah,
cute. I
she's
like that.
wonderful. And she does do things by the phone. She can do readings over the phone. So that is possible. But she is just the sweetest thing. And again, when you're connected to her energy, you just feel like you've met one of the few people who are just love and light, true love and light. She really is. It's great.
Don, the temperature thing keeps coming up at the bottom of my screen, and it just shows a thermometer that is blue, and it just says cold weather. I don't like it at all. I just don't like it at all.
Oh Lord have mercy. I don't know what it is. I know last night the hot tub kept popping on because it comes on after drops below a certain thing so it doesn't freeze. And it was on all night into the morning when I
Did
put
you
the
wrap
dogs
it?
out
Did,
to eat.
did Ed? No, because Ed's not here. Did you have to wrap the cactus? All the
Nope.
cactus yet? Oh, okay.
No. Nope. Nope. Hush. Shh, shh.
Like
I
everybody
don't
on the news was doing it, and we were on a meeting today. She said, "Listen, if I gotta go outside and wrap them, they not supposed to be in the desert. I ain't got time."
exactly. Yes, indeed. I have a few Dolores Cannon books myself. Very interested, says Linda Solis. Yeah, Dolores Cannon. This woman, again, this woman trained with her and with Doreen Virtue. It's like, holy crap. Crazy.
So, I'm doing the 100 days challenge. The first 100 days of the year, I'm trying to do something, move your body, something that does for your mind, body, soul. So this week I added that I'm going to read, a chapter a night. I have a book that I'm reading. I've had it. Keena bought it for me for Christmas so many years ago, and I've been trying to read it. I always say I'm going to take it on a trip. I haven't done that yet. And so I am trying, I'm like, do a chapter a night or two chapters a night. So every night I'm going to try to read a little bit of the book so I can get it done. And I remember we used to have sustained silent reading at my school, and it was 18 minutes. That was the amount of time that they could carve out. So, like our third or fourth hour, it was a little bit longer than rest of the classes. And for the first 18 or so minutes, you would read. And in that time, they were saying, like, throughout by the end of the year, you could have read several books just by, concentrating and taking that 18 minutes to read. And if you actually got down and read, sometimes, by the time the 18 minutes was up, you'd be like, wow, you could be in a you really were getting into your book or getting into whatever you were reading. So it was something enjoyable that they did for us when we were in high school. We pretty much rebelled against it, but if you think back on it, it's really what I'm trying to do now is just read a little bit every day, take little big chunks of it because reading the whole book is taking me forever, and it's a nice thick book too. So I'm trying to read a little bit of it every day, and that's mind, body, soul.
And for those who don't know, Angie is an author herself. Angie has written a book and it is
I
been
have.
published.
I was just talking to Julie about that again about getting the paper version of it ready so that I can get the print version because it's all digital now. So that's
Hmm.
my next thing: revamping the cover for the print version, and then getting it ready to be printed. I was literally just talking to Julie about that at the fair because she was saying, Angie, and I was like, I know, Julie. You put the idea in my head, and I need to move forward with it.
Exactly.
All right, so
Um,
who's next? Hey, True Me. Somebody was in there begging, but or asking very intently that we read them. Hey, Keisha Williams.
did you see Bonnie said it's going to be 20 degrees?
I did. Oh, I meant to comment on that. And 3 to 5 inches of snow. You're no longer in Arizona anymore.
No. This is what it is in Maryland right now.
That's probably what it looked like in Michigan. That's what it feels like to me in Arizona. Just
Yes,
my
indeed.
soul is grieved.
Look at that.
Uh-uh.
And of course, the
It just
house.
makes me cold. And actually, on the 19th, I'm supposed to be going to Utah. I don't know exactly, Miss Bonnie. That's what I was going to say. You're not in Kansas anymore, but I said Arizona. That's exactly the sentiments I was thinking. I'm supposed to be going to Utah next weekend, and I don't know where that came from because I don't like the cold. And as soon as she said full body snowsuit, I should have knew right there that I wasn't ready for it.
Hmm.
If y'all see somebody on the news buried alive in the snow, that was me because I just couldn't take it no more.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Who is next? Let's see. Ah, jeez.
We could do who was it I just saw? Keisha Williams, April Davis. April, are you still here? I saw that oh, she wanted to know how often you do the wellness fair. You have another one coming up, don't you, Don?
We do them. We try to do them once every 2 to 3 months, and if not sooner. So Don't be surprised in February, because March I'm going to be going in Spain to Spain. So I think it's February or April.
Ooh.
Yep, going to Spain. Yes, indeed.
I went to
Looking forward to it.
Amsterdam in August.
That's fun. You'll love Amsterdam. August
Hopefully
could be
I
hot
will.
though. You'll like it because it's hot. And
Exactly. Hey, listen,
yes.
Doc, you ain't saying nothing to me. And we going to the red light district too?
Oh
I'm,
yes.
I'm excited.
Yes. You have to go one of the live shows if you know what I mean. And they are live. It's crazy.
She's
Cr-
getting the lady plans everything, and so she's planning the details of what we're gonna do while we're there. So I'm excited. It's after look, it's like the first week of August, so I got a little bit of time to plan for it. But yeah,
The Anne Frank House while you're there, definitely. The Van Gogh Museum, definitely.
oh my
Uh,
gosh,
those
I'm
are
so
two good
excited.
things. And then, of course, yeah, it's
A
the red light
dispensary
district
or
is
two or
important. It's
for
commerce
art.
over there.
Huh?
The red light district is important over there. It's commerce. It's regulated commerce. It's all legalized regulated commerce. It's important. So
I may find a new hometown.
I hear you. Let's see who is.
Listen, Brenda will have graduated. I am free as a bird. Boop boop.
So April Davis. Let's give April Davis a read.
April, do you sing? Because I heard "Let the Girl Sing" or "Let the World Hear You Sing," and I feel like there's a choir, but they're showing me that scene from "What's Love Got to Do with It" when little Anime Bullock was in church and she was so loud and boisterous over everybody else. So I feel like you have a voice that exceeds everybody else's, and they can pick you out or they can hear you. So if you're not an entertainer, then your voice just speaks volumes for you. You're standing out from the crowd. So it's either entertainment where your voice is you're in a choir because they're showing me a choir, they're showing me that your voice is louder, so it either has to do with singing or you're standing out from the crowd and everybody's hearing you and paying attention to you, and it's going to exhale, it's going to it's going to elevate you to the next level. So that's what I'm seeing. This is your success, this is your recognition phase, because they're showing me the world card, which is success and achievement and recognition. So I feel like this is your transition from unknown to known, and they're saying, "Are you ready for it?" Like, I feel like you're standing in a doorway and you're putting your leg out to take the first step onto the porch, and then you're pulling it back, and then you're putting it out. Are you really ready for the dream that you've been dreaming? So I get that there is good things coming for you, or there's there's an opportunity. You're standing out. However it is, if it's not musically or in an entertainment or with singing, then it's definitely you standing out and your voice being heard. And they just showed me the picture of a choir, but I feel like it's your time to shine, and you're about to have that success, that recognition, and that achievement, be it in your employment or in your desired outcome. But you're ready to step into the limelight, or your desires are about to come true. Are you mentally ready and prepared for what it is that you're about to step into? So that's how I got it for you, Miss April.
Angie, let people know what your name of your book is.
It's called Broken, Saved, Suicidal, and Soaked in the Blood. It was kind of like my journey through religion and getting out of it's kind of like my whole experience with religion and getting into spirituality.
Nice. Noise.
It's
So
kind of
hope.
like everything that I talked about in that presentation condensed into that book, like the
Oh
whole
yeah,
experience.
that actually was a great presentation. You guys, you need to go to my website and watch the Sunday. It's Saturday,
Saturday,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, Saturday presentations. Angie
Near
does
the
a
end, me, this other guy, and Don are the last three. So if you go
mhm.
all the way to the end,
Yeah, and it's Angie. She's so comfortable and she's so it's she's just open. She's an open book, and she's like, this is what it is, and she's just blunt, and you love it because you're like, this is you. She's putting it out there, but Angie's funny as hell, and so everybody there was just like rolling as well at the same time. We're just happy.
Christina, it is on my site and it's on Amazon. It's on both. If you go to my site, a5says.blogspot.com, then you can click the link and it'll take you to the book. Exactly. Listen, my favorite part there, well, two favorite parts. One, doing the presentation because I loved it. Everybody was laughing. That's how I imagine it being. Exactly like that. An audience of people, me telling the story and laughing, but also with a couple spotlights on, doing the interviews and things like that. And then two, doing the interviews, like doing that commentary. I could do that. I could do the red carpet. I loved interviewing all of them and finding out what they had, and just kind of exploring things, the things that they had available. So I loved both parts of it. So I loved it. And I love to talk, and I'll just go, 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 go. Like Miss Julie had to come in and stop me. She was like, "Okay, Angie." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it was a good session. It was good.
Yeah. So
And
I
everybody was just watching you. They were like glued to you, which is not always the case.
All
So who
right.
is
So,
who is
did
next?
we finish April? I Because that's all I got for her is that she's about to stand out. So I don't know if you had anything for Miss April, but she did say true. It's time. She said she's finally taking steps and not holding back anymore, ready for a new beginning.
Hmm. Super.
That fit for me for what I have for her.
Okay. So who is next?
Exactly, Christina, and that was actually the actual, like, the purpose of the book at the time was because it was what I needed from a book. I kept going to all the self-help books. I kept going to all the books about, like, like from TD Jakes and his daughter Sarah Jakes and all the people who have wrote their stories. But the thing that bothered me was it was like, oh, this is a situation and I'm prayed and voila, everything is okay. They never talked about that in between, that day to day, when you went from where I prayed to where everything was okay. And so that's kind of where the concentration is, the frustration and the fear and that in between stage of, you know your whole foundation breaking down and you moving to that next step, like, leaving that religion and going to that spirituality and the discoveries and things that go along with it, and how life kind of how the perspective that you see life from while you're going through your situation.
Isn't it funny how as we, as people, as humans, we sometimes are so deep in the moment, so deep in the situation that even if there is a clear and steady path through it or out of it, we sometimes are so deep into it that we can't see it until somebody brings it to our attention sometimes. And then all of a sudden it's like, damn, it was there all along, but I didn't see it. It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, on her slippers. She hits her slippers, clicks them 3 times. She's like, damn, you should have told me to begin with. It's like, it was there all the time, but
Yeah,
um, we just sometimes need the clarity to see it even when it's right in front of us.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy, 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 crazy. I'm sorry, who did? And then you mentioned somebody, and I didn't even
I don't even
who
remember.
what who.
April, I really hope that helps you moving forward, but be prepared for your journey because you are about to shine. And come back and let us know how it works out, because I do feel like your opportunity is really coming very soon, because they're showing me like fruit on a tree being ripe and ready to be picked. Oh, Keisha, that's her, Keisha Williams. Okay, Keisha Williams, are you still here? Exactly, Miss Bonnie. Can't see the forest for the trees. But again, it's the journey. Listen, a
Yep.
lot of times when there's something that my guys want me to know, they'll give me a whole bunch of readings that kind of sort of tip on it, because they know that sometimes I'm not receptive to it. So they'll give me a whole bunch of readings that kind of align up with what they're trying to tell me. And I'll be like, I get it, you crafty little minx. I get it. So, Miss Keisha, are you here?
While we're waiting for Keisha to respond, I want to share by the new site for Sonoran Spiritual and Wellness Market.
Ooh.
So it's just up and it's just being done. This is a Facebook page, of course. There's a sonoranmarket.com is the webpage, but this is the Facebook page.
I like that in that those eyes staring at you. They're just piercing at you. I love
Yeah,
that.
I just thought it was very cool. So anyway, when you see it, that's part of part of my menagerie. So
Keisha Williams isn't here, but our Keisha is here, and I know she's come on a couple other times, and she really wanted to get a reading, and we were not able to do it. So, our Keisha, if you're well, you are here. We can go ahead and read you. And immediately when I saw your name, Markeisha, I saw like your guides or some hands wrapped around you trying to pull you away from a situation that you're trying to hold on to, and they're saying you're holding on too tight. Like they're showing me the four of pentacles, you're holding on to something too tight, like they're trying to pull you away. Your guides are literally have their arms around your waist and they're trying to pull you away from this situation, and you're holding on too tight. You won't let go of whatever this situation is, and what they're saying is you just need to let go. You just need to allow them to take you to the next level or take you to where you're supposed to be. You're reaching for something that they're trying to pull you away from. It's like you ask them to move you to a next level or to elevate you, but you don't want to let go of this. One of the things, this reminds me so much of situations of people who were like, say you were low income and you were getting all these perks and things from your low income, and you were getting all these tax breaks, and then you move up to the next level income, and so now you may be like a um that middle class level, but you still want the perks of a lower class. And what they're saying is you have to let go of some of that in order to move up and to keep elevating, because you can't have middle class money and still be trying to get the lower income perks. You know what I'm saying? And I know people, sometimes we're like, well, I just moved up in income, I still want those same little perks, and they're saying no. When you move up, you have to be prepared for the next mindset and how to manage your money at that next level without getting those things or taking those incentives from people at the lower level. And so this is showing me that they're trying to move you on from some place and you're not letting go. You're holding on to it. And they're saying, do you want to go, or do you want them to let you stay in the situation you're in? Do you want to move forward? And it seems to be a business and a, because they're showing me a dual screen. It seems to be business, and it seems to be kind of be in your relationship situation or your family situations. Like they're trying to pull you out of situations, and you keep pulling yourself back into the drama or into the chaos of the situations, and you won't let go. So either you want their help or you want to stay in the situation. You can't have both. They're not going to keep forcing you to move forward. They're going to allow you to stay in the situation until you're actually ready to go, and they don't struggle to move you out. Is how they're showing it to me.
Arkisha, did you lose somebody about 5 years ago? Oh, 5, 6 years ago? Um, named Beasley? Somebody named Beasley? Beasley. I guess not. No. Okay. Does anybody who's here, did they lose anybody about 5 or 6 years ago with the name of Beasley? Beasley. Okay. What else do I get for Akisha? Let me see what I got. There's just a spirit here, this Beasley. And it's something interesting because I'm thinking of the doll Miss Beasley from something. If it's not her, it's for me. I'm sitting here with my mouth on the ground, says April Davis. Was she, this energy is a very funny, very bold energy. Um, she died too young. She was voluptuous, so she was not a skinny woman. She was a voluptuous woman. Um, she had an amazing smile with great energy. Um, was it an illness that took her? This is for April. April rain, April rain. Liver, her liver cancer or liver. Yes, her heart is. Yeah. Um, Ms. Beasley was a doll from the old. Yeah, sitcom Family Affairs. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Her liver was it liver? Again, was it cancer or what? Because um um um, uh, yeah. Anyway, she's it's great energy she has here. She's and is it are we close to a time like around her passing or something? Because there's for some reason again she's here and from alcoholism. Okay, yeah, okay. Let's because maybe that's probably the frenetic energy that she had. Erica, Erica is her name, correct? Erica, Erica. Anyway, about 6 years now, right? Is it about 6 years? Are you reading me still, Don? No, Arkesha, I'm sorry. I think we're off. I got a hit from April Davis. Yes, March 6th will make 7 years. Okay, so she is 6 years now. Okay, seven. Wow. Okay, well, she's here. She's here and she misses you and she's around you. April, she said that you've been going through some questioning. You've been going through some questioning and some self doubt, and that's not you, and you need to stop it. She actually has her let's say her language was a little bit coarser than mine, so she actually had a few other words that would go in there versus mine being more polite. So if that sounds like her, this is her. Yes. But she's like, you need to cut out the self doubt. You need to just. She's asking you to remember and appreciate life and the good times, and know that you deserve the good times. You deserve the good stuff. So don't let what has been happening to you bring you down and focus on the good stuff. Again, no more self doubt. No more self doubt. She says you are wonderful and you are a queen. You are. Wow, she's using that word. Did she call you queen before? Because she's like you are a queen. She's giving me those words specifically. You are a queen, and you need to wear that crown. It's like it's. Anyway, she apparently you needed to. I don't know if you've been down on yourself or what, but she's telling me, put on your big girl pants and know that you are worthy. So do that, okay? That's important. Whew, man, she's got a strong energy, and she also. It's interesting. She was. Did she have a friendship with your sister too? Because I'm getting. She's like your sister. She's also about your sister. Do you have a sister? Because she's also bringing a sister in. And I don't think it's her sister. I think it's your sister. She'd always compliment me and be so proud of me, even though I was a bit younger than her. She always called me sissy. Okay, interesting. Yeah, yeah, like sister. Yeah. So that's the sister then. Oh, okay. Because I thought she was bringing in another sister, and what she was is talking about you as a sister. She saw you as part of. Yes, yes, she is my god sister, and she was part of my family. Okay, yes, okay, that made sense because I kept hearing sister, sister, and I'm thinking, how does? I thought she was calling in her sister or your sister, so she was calling in you. You are the sister. Oh wow, that's cool. Well, know that you were blessed, and that she was always with you. She's always around you, and go forward, knowing no more doubt, no more self doubt, no more beating yourself up. Live in your power, walk in your power. Okay. So with that, I'm going to ask her to step back and thank you, April. And sorry about that, Arkesha. I didn't mean to cut you off, but when spirits come in, we take them as they come. So we're good. All right.
But that gave me a chance to go ahead and pull some cards for our Keisha, and it kind of goes along with everything I said. Trusting your higher power to move you forward to this situation. Because what did I get? The King of Cups. That's trust. This is an emotional situation. This is being in control of your emotions, making decisions that are emotional, but making sure that you are making them from a good heart space. This is that King of Cups. This is being in command. This is knowing what your power is. And then again, I got that Two of Swords. This is you. It was in reverse, and I normally don't read reversals, but they said to leave it because you're not you need a balance in your decision making. Like you're not making your decision making from a completely logical place or from a completely emotional place. You need that balance. That's that yin yang. That's that blue and that white right there. I feel like that's what that is. You need that balance. You need to see clearly of the situation. And then you got another King of Swords, which is that speaking, which is that logic, which is that making that good decisions, that leadership, that person who has that keen knowledge, that leadership ability. That's where I feel like you are in this situation. So you're asking me about this job, and so when I actually asked in my head, I heard no, but I'm gonna do the pendulum for you and see what you get. But it's will Arkisha get the job that she applied for? And this is saying yes. I'm getting a yes on that. So yes, from the pendulum, you will get it. But again, this is taking that chance and making those decisions, speaking up and having that balance in your decision making. So when the offer comes or when whatever the situation comes, make a head, have a balance between your emotions and your logic. Make a good decision. But I feel like at least getting your resume out there and being prepared for that next step is that logical thinking. You thinking more money, more opportunity, moving up. And then this is that emotional tie that may be holding you back. That's that thing that they're pulling you away from. Are you going to release that and trust your higher power while you're trying to make this decision and have that balance that you need? Because you seem to be at a stalemate, like you won't make the decision at all. That's usually where you're at with a two, is that you're a stalemate and you're not making a decision at all. You're just kind of stuck in position. And then you have the Hierophant, which is again trusting your higher power and knowing that they are there to guide you and you're receiving the information. Again, you're on the receiving side of this situation. Traditional institutions, learning, training, getting the information that you need. And so I get it as a good thing coming forward for you, but it's you being mentally prepared and balancing your emotions and your head over heart.
Do you
So
notice
that's what I
how
got for you, Arkisha.
that Hierophant card's coming up a lot tonight? And it's like I wonder if with the new year and with the new feeling, it's kind of like a don't dismiss what has worked. Don't walk away from some of the
Tradition.
traditional
Oh
type stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like it's like embrace the new, but also stay with keep the foundation, keep the strength. And
Exactly.
it's interesting too because Hermit came up for me a few times, and I think one or two times for you as well. And so again, it's that folks, if you're looking for any opportunity, this is the first part of the year is a great time to help you find your way back to your path. And so talk to your spirits, talk to your spirit guides, talk to your gatekeeper, talk to talk to your family that's passed over. Even if you think you can't, I assure you you can. Do like I'm talking here. You may not be able to hear them clearly because they don't talk to you this way. They may drop information into your head. They may give you a sense, a smell, a memory, a thought. They could give you a hearing. You could hear them. You don't know it the different ways. But the point is that um, know that they do talk to you. They do respond. So reach out to them and even make sure that they you say, hey, can you let me know that I'm on the right path? Do I need some correction? Believe me, they do talk. They do reach out in different ways. When I say talk, I should use that word carefully. It's not talk. They
And I
communicate.
and I like this, Don, how that like the rays are some of the rays are coming out to show like I'm giving you information. I have this
Mhm.
enlightenment. This is what I'm trying to give to you. Are you receiving it? And then they pointed me to these three little roles on here: mind, body, soul. I feel like all that we're giving you the information that you need to clearly move forward. Are you receiving it? Are you just standing there in class and not receiving the information that I'm giving to you? You can be giving out good information, but if you're not receptive to it or you're not ready for it, then you're not going to receive it and you're not going to be able to make the decisions that you need. And that's why you're in that stalemate.
Yeah,
Which
and everybody, whether you believe you're psychic, whether you even want to hear that word used in your regard, you don't have a choice. We were all born with the same gift. The question is, and again, it's part of who we are. We are energy. That energy communicates. That energy connects. That energy is what holds every cell in your body together. It is an energy that is there. We can't resist. It is what it is. So since we are energy, you have the ability. You do, and you get communicated to and with, and it's what you do with it. If you turn it off, if you choose not to even connect, over time you won't hear it, you won't feel it, you won't whatever. But again, all you have to do to turn it on is ask and just start opening, because as soon as you start working, man, all of a sudden, boom, it comes on.
And Don, sometimes it comes and you don't even know it's there. Because how many times have we said something told me to? do this or to do that, or not to do this or not to do that. That something is your higher power. People say it all the time, and now I just chuckle about it. Back in the day, you'd be like, something told me, I don't know why I did it, but something told me to take this way instead of that way. Something told me to not to buy this house or not to buy this car, or something told me. That something is your higher power. It's
Yep.
just you recognizing and leaning into it. So now you know, oh, that something is my higher power.
Yep.
Let me listen to that. Let me tune into that. Let me find a way to reach that higher power, understand what they're saying. So that something is your higher power. That's your ability to receive
Yep.
in all different ways. And once you receive it that way, then you open up the doors for everything else: sight, sound, taste, touch, feeling. All of those things are available to you. And I don't consider one to be better than the other one, than any other. It's just all different ways that we can receive, and you being receptive to receiving from all those different modalities.
Not that, but people get so tied up in vocabulary that if I were to say that you got a psychic hit instead of I don't know where it came from, but I just knew it was there. That comforting phrase
Well,
of
the
I
Lord
don't
told me to tell you.
exactly, or the Lord told me to tell you, or it's interesting how it's like okay, certain phrases will burn you, and you're like, oh no 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 no, it can't be that, even though it is. But if we put it in another way, like wives' tales, do this because it'll help heal you. It'll help heal a wound. Do this. Put salt across the front door because it'll keep the bad spirits out. Oh, it's an old wives' tale. Now we feel comfortable because it's old wives' tale, but it's actually something goes back traditions and centuries and generations ago. But no, that's kind of like a little too close to woo-woo and metaphysical. So we'll just say wives' tale, It's like, oh, passed down knowledge or whatever. It's like, okay, whatever makes you feel. We play with the language because we are often afraid of embracing certain phrases. But whether you embrace it or not doesn't mean it's not real. It just means that you want to call it something different. So call it something different. Make yourself feel good. But in the end, if if you talk to us, we're like, it's psychic.
That's how I got the speech to when I first started reading. That's where my speech comes from. I said sometimes you'll hear me say universe, sometimes you'll hear me say higher power, sometimes you'll hear me say spirit, because everybody doesn't call their higher power the same thing. Some people say God, some people say universe, some people say spirit, some people say, my higher power, my inner calling, whatever it is. To me, it all means the same thing, the source of where your guidance is coming from. So that's how I see it. And so I was having I've had this discussion before. Like when I say spirit, I would have some very religious people be like, well, when you say spirit, what do you mean? Well, like I said, you believe in the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. So if I say spirit, why did you automatically think Holy Ghost? Because that's what you say. And so a lot of times the words are just kind of just, like if I say, I'll send you positive energy versus I'll pray for you. Oh, why are you sending me positive energy versus pray for me? Well, my prayers are for positivity in your life. So I would think that if, it's the same thing, but you want to hear me say, I'll pray for you versus I'm sending you positive energy. I want you to send me positive energy because I don't know what you're praying for. You might be praying for something that's contrary to what the Lord wants me to have. You don't know what it is. So just send me some positive energy that I can receive whatever it is that's supposed to be coming to me. Because you may be praying for something I'm not, that's in your will for me, not in my will for me or for what I want for me. Exactly,
Yeah.
Miss Bonnie, source of all love and light.
Yep. Again, we get so unfortunately we get so wrapped up in the vocabulary that we sometimes, it's like whatever. I don't even argue anymore about the vocabulary. I'm like, whatever makes you feel good, then you go for it. If it makes you feel good to believe that word versus another, fine.
And I'm
But
not into convincing people of what I can do or what I can't do. Either you believe in it or you don't. I'm not gonna have that push pull with you. If you want the reading, I'll do it. Then fine. Like that guy that we had earlier, you said you didn't feel like he was right. You can feel when the energy is not right. If that, I'm not gonna have that push pull with you. I'm not gonna convince you of something. If you're open to it and you're curious and you're a little bit afraid, then I'll go ahead and do it. But not because I need to prove to you that I am or am not. Either you believe
yes,
or you don't.
yep, yep,
Thematics, yep. Exactly, Miss Bonnie.
yep. Yep. All I know is that however they want to use vocabulary, however I use vocabulary, when I send you a message, if it's a strong message, all I can say is make sure you make sure you take it to heart.
Exactly. I'm gonna start sending people clarity because that's what they need. You don't always need positive. Sometimes you just need some clarity to see it clearly, to see it right. No, I'm sending you
Yeah.
all this positive energy, and you got your shield up, and you just bouncing it back. I don't want the positive energy. I'm gonna send you some clarity so you can see it right. Them eyes can open, all of them, and you can see things clearly. Because sometimes that's just exactly what we need to see the situation clearly for what it is, or from a new perspective.
Hmm.
And that is one of the intentions that I set for the new moon tomorrow is clarity. I want some more clarity of um of my situation, be it good, bad, or indifferent. Was it that I'm not seeing correctly? Give me clarity. Because I feel like I've been asking for the same things and I feel like all those things in motion. So give me clarity to see while I'm waiting because temperance is the king of my life right now. Just
That patience gets
so
old though, doesn't it?
implementing.
But the good part about temperance is balance as well. So it's like, okay, I can do that.
And you're still in control of it with temperance. Like you're deciding how
That's
much
right.
cold to put in your hot or how much hot to put in your cold to balance it out. So I still like the temperance that I'm still in control of it, but it's still very frustrating as you wait for things to balance out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Angie,
Exactly.
it's about 9 o'clock here. So I think we're about done.
We did good. It felt good. I loved all the energy tonight, all the new people, lots of visitations, lots of spirits coming in, lots of confirmations. So I hope everybody's doing very well tonight and
Yeah, and
enjoy
happy
the
New Year to
reading.
everybody. I'm hoping your New Year's off to a great start. And when you guys come in, when you bring the positive energy, it gives us a great opportunity to do good reads. So know that it's because of your positive energy and your excitement that makes an evening good or bad. And so and that you blessed us with the fact that you want to share your energy. That makes a big difference to us.
Yeah, your journey, your energy. Or you trust us enough
Absolutely.
to ask us the questions. So I like that too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bigger and
And
better.
and
That's what I'm
and
hoping for.
yeah, and that you're open, and when you're open to hearing, because again, sometimes when we do readings, unfortunately, subconsciously we're closed to hearing things, and so thank goodness everybody tonight, most everybody tonight was open, and that's a wonderful thing because that makes the reading so much easier. Pulling the energy out is so exhausting. So you guys make it possible, and I do appreciate that very, very much. With that said, don't forget tomorrow morning I'll be back on with Shauna. We start. That's a naturally divine goddess tarot. We'll be back tomorrow morning. We start at 8 a.m. our time, which is 10 a.m. East Coast time, and then we'll be running for about the same amount of hours, 2 or 3 or whatever happens. And then on Friday, Julie with Love Riot Warrior and Scott will be on. And then Sunday, Miss Angie, you back on Sunday?
Yeah, I'll be back. I don't have anything planned unless I'm bopping around town, but I don't have anything planned. So hopefully it'll be me and somebody, either me and Sherry Berry or somebody, or just little old me.
And that's about 3-ish.
3 p.m. it should be.
Super, 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 super. And then Monday, Shauna. Tuesday, back to Julie again. And then Wednesday brings us all back to here. So there you go. And Wednesday mornings, by the way, is Julie and Calling on Angels 1111, who does the love readings. So Wednesday mornings, tee it up for Wednesday mornings, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and look for Calling on Angels 1111 because she'll be here. So bring your love readings to her. She, again, loves them, she appreciates them, and she'll give you a good reading. There you go. With that said, Angie, I guess we are done. Thanks again, everybody. We do appreciate it. I haven't been paying attention to the things replied to. Oh, geez, whiz. We
I
almost
just
got
went
out
on
of
my
here.
page and banned them and blocked them.
Yeah, we
So those
almost got
people that
out
are
of here.
asking you to go in their inbox, do I would not go in there. They're not affiliated with us anyway. They're just trying to get your money. We're telling you what you want to know for free, so you can go in the inbox if you want to and get scammed out of your money. But that is not us. We are not
Yep,
associated or affiliated with them in any kind of way.
yep. Or you give them the credit card, and then you're really screwed. So there you go, folks. Be careful.
Don't
Be
do
careful.
it. Don't let
Also,
them do it
folks,
to you.
don't be very careful with this. Angie Lewis is this Angie Lewis? No other thing. If it's spelled one letter differently, it is not this Angie Lewis. If you see Sonoran Mystic Tarot, make sure that every letter is proper. I know how to spell. I know how to spell. If the word mystic has an I instead of an L instead of an I, it's not me. And if you are solicited by an Angie Lewis or a Sonoran Mystic Tarot, it's not us, because we don't solicit readings. The only time that we connect with you outside of you coming in here is when you reach out to us and we respond. So if you have not reached out to us, then know that we did not send you a request for a reading. We did not send you anything about a reading. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. They went as far as to use Angie's personal photographs on their page.
My son's
And I'm
baptism.
talking, yeah. And they made it look like it was her page, and it wasn't. Mine, the same thing. If you look, there are different pages out there that look just like mine. But if you look really close, you'll see that they twisted one word or one letter. They not word, they'll twist a letter here and there. And it looks
Or
very
they'll put an
close.
underscore, like it might be Angie underscore Lewis or
Yes.
Angie dash Lewis, something that makes it not exactly the same as me. But just off rip, no, I'm not inboxing you. I have nothing to. I'm
Yep.
not asking you to come in for a reading. If you want a reading, you'll reach out to me, or we'll do it on the live. I'm not coming into your inbox to ask you anything. I just don't
Exactly.
have that much. I don't have that much time to be inboxing everybody asking them for a reading. That is exhausting.
Yep. Yep. So be careful, please, folks. Be careful. They are out there. They're scammers, and they
And
want
it's
your money.
happening more and more because every single time I watch a reading or anybody on YouTube, they're saying the same things. That's not me. So do not get tricked by anybody. I don't think any of us readers that are actually legitimate are going into your inbox. Most of them have the same disclaimer on all their videos. That's not me. I'm not going to WhatsApp you. I'm not going to inbox you. I'm not going to
Mhm.
ask you for anything in any way to come get a reading from me. You have to go to our official websites or email addresses. We're not asking you in that way.
And it's amazing when you click on their little icon and you bring their webpage up. They only have 2 or 3 posts, and usually it's changing profile pictures and nothing else. And that should be a warning to you. If they haven't been around for a long time, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. So
My one of my cousins, somebody just they friended me, and the mutual friends was my actual cousin. So the person that copied her page, they were a mutual friend of my cousin. And I reported them like, this is not, and the birthday was wrong. The birthday was definitely wrong. And I knew her birthday. So I reported them. I don't think Facebook is going to do anything, but I reported them.
yeah. Well, it's interesting because this name here, Sonoran Mystic Tarot, is we're about a month away or 2 months away from hearing that it's gotten copyrighted, and once it's trademarked, and once it's trademarked, I'll be able to put that on there. And then when I have to fight with Facebook, because every time we report Facebook, folks, for them doing these spam pages, Facebook doesn't do a damn thing about it. They don't do anything about it, and they allow you all to get screwed. So the good part is once it's trademarked, I can go back and say, now they're messing with my trademark, and that's a legal issue. That's very different. And hopefully they'll do something then, because again, a trademark violation is very different from a they're using me violation,
Yeah.
and that means man. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know as it goes along. So I'm about a month or 2 away from hearing, and I'm hoping I was told by the patent attorney for the patent office that once you get through him, the rest is pretty much a guarantee. And he gave me the approval. So once he gave me the approval, I'm like, okay. So more than you all wanted to know. With that said, let's get out of here, Angie. Thank you so much, everybody. I did not download the exit, so it won't be a nice, pretty exit. It's going to be just a bye. But with that said, again, remember the schedule of opportunities, and we'll be back then. Okay. Adios,
We were
everybody.
now, Don, one of us would have typed it up and just at the end of the show posted, but none of us have typed up the rest of the schedule. We just try to do it from memory every single.
Exactly. Oh, Lord. And that's a dangerous way to go, too. Bye, everybody. Good night. Have a great one.
Good night.